Good evening, everyone. This is Gregor. Welcome to the stream. And tonight, to something, we'll be doing more Planescape Torment. I'm very sorry I kind of missed yesterday's stream, but there were some extenuating circumstances, so didn't really feel like I could be like pleasant enough or do like voices enough and so on and so forth. So yeah, I thought it would probably be best to not. Oh, wait, don't I like load a game or something? Just like drop me. Oh, resume live. Okay. Load the last save game. Okay, fair enough. This must be like a new feature because I remember you had to kind of like actually load stuff rather than just like go in there. But yeah, I really didn't feel like doing any of that yesterday. I'm sorry. I do know that I need to get like as many streams as possible out of this game, but haha, I said but. Also, hi JLC, how's it going? How are we doing today? How's things and stuff and the other things? So let's see. I always have like trouble like thinking of like where to start from. Like the Dabus might be like a good kind of like intro to what's happening. And yeah, basically welcome to Sigil, City of Doors. And by doors they don't actually mean like the physical variety necessarily. But yeah, let's just like dig in, I guess. Hopefully. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast and a pair of goat horns protrudes from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. Updated my journal. Okay. Kind of like amuses me that this is like exactly what I need to say to get like the voice right. Insofar as I can actually get it right, but you know. The creature turns to face you and a series of symbols appears around its forehead, its head. Yeah. The symbols have a slight glow about them and they just hover there. The main character? Yep. I mean, yeah, but it's not like really the main character in that's like kind of like the black hole setting that kind of like eclipses all of the other settings in like the in the game. Because there's like a lot of areas in the game actually. There's like Curse, there's what's that called? Carceri. There's like the prison area, there's the Fortress of Torment. But yeah, that's like 90% of the game kind of like takes place in Sigil. And it's like if you ever played Baldur's Gate, they kind of like took Baldur's Gate the city and they kind of blew it up. So it's not just like 3 or 4 different I don't know what you'd call them, like no, not sectors, that's like a sci-fi thing. Districts. Yeah. And there's like a lot of things to do here and like a lot of places to be in here as well. Which is kind of nice. Let's see. Oh, for the power's sake. Piking Dabus. No, I'm not doing it right. God. I forgot how to do Mortis' voice. Avernus, yes, thank you. Couple of demi-planes. What's wrong? Updating my journal. Yeah, what's wrong? Hey, Chief. He said Dabus. They speak in rebuses, these annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with him. If we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet? They can't speak. They would just rather piss everyone else off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. What's a Dabus? Chant is their janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around breaking, fixing, and patching up Sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies. You can't swat them though, or the lady'll get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? She runs this city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of the giant and she floats off the ground just like these guys. Morten nods at the Dabus, who's looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that if you don't want to make her angry, if you see her, my advice, run. I see. The Dabus waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, and they vanish, and a question mark appears. Okay, let's see. Try to strike up a conversation. Yes, we can actually translate what they're saying if like our intellect is high enough, I think. And we get like a very nice bit of XP for that as well. You ask the Dabus for several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It is extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me. The Dabus waits. Who are you? The Dabus inclines its head slightly and a stream of symbols appears above its head. I am a Dabus. Hey, Alalinor, hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? Woo! I had another question for you. What are you doing? I attend to my duties. Yeah, I can't really like do a voice for symbols. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? The short list of non-gods that can still permanently harm the Nameless One. Yeah, yep. Well, permanently is... can she permanently harm the Nameless One? Like, she can trap him in like a maze. Although, yeah, I think like the second time she just like outright kills you. Although I never really understood why or how. A lone symbol appears above the Dabus' head. This one shows a metallic female mask with blades coming out of the sides. Just looking at the ghostly image makes you uncomfortable. I had another question for you. Farewell. Bye-bye. Yeah, oh, and you can actually see if you talk to it, you can actually see that the animator tried to like get the feel of like what it looks like talking to these things. Oh yeah, like yeah, I know, but again, I don't know exactly why that happens. That's the that's like my question exactly. Have I played or heard of the game Drakensang before? I mean, I think I might have it on Steam, right? I'm like averagely certain. I don't want to say like fairly certain because I'm not really fairly certain that I have it, but I'm pretty sure I may have it. Draken. Come on. No. I think I have it on GOG though. That's like the one with like the lady and the dragon, isn't it? Wife of Angiar. Yep. Looks like nothing to... I don't remember like where all the things are though.
I'm gone.
So I'm just like sometimes having troubles with that. This man looks haunted. His eyes are half-lidded, as if he has trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. Oh, this is the guy that sold his corpse to the dustman, isn't he? The main thing she doesn't like are, yeah, gods or organized religion, worshipping her and harming Dabuses. Yes. It's an older pen and paper style RPG. I think you can participate in all... Yeah, so you can find the dead god's... what's his name? Like his priest hidden in the slums and get him to help you, well, worship the god. I don't remember which one it was. I think the game never mentions because apparently the Lady of Pain was so thorough that even his name is forgotten. You could kill like at any given Dabus, I guess. And worshipping here, I don't remember. I think there's like a dialogue option or 3 that you can do, but that's something that you really don't really want to do. He doesn't even seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings. The man glances up at the sound of your voice and his slug expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit 2 fires in his eyes. What be your business barging into me house? His eyes narrow and his teeth clench. Git! Or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled from. Calm yourself. I had some questions. Jeez. The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting, "Are ye daft?" With a snarl he spits at your feet. "Ye filthy scar-ridden dog, off with ye, or even the powers won't be able to save your hide." I mean, okay, farewell. Bye-bye. "You'd best never cross me." Oh, hold on. The man throws a parting shot at your back. "You'd best never cross me door again, you wretched stinking bastard." Yep, just like ask his wife. This woman looks to be in her middle years, and her hair has streaks of grey running through it. Lines of worry crisscross her face. As she sees you, she seems torn between asking to leave and calling for the man at the table. It's like, "Greetings." Yep, exactly. He's also like only 2 screens away from here, but before you can do anything with him, he asks you to go find something or another. And also, I think he's the only way you can like fully solve the puzzle with the cursed, like the demon box, which is kind of like a nice kind of like long-term quest in the game, because you kind of get saddled with it, and then you have to figure out who to give it to yourself, or you can take a more permanent approach to kind of, dispose of it. And if you do dispose of it that way, you get to meet the demon that was in it later on in the game, which was fun. It's nice when like a quest pays off like 20 hours into the game. You'd best leave, for I call me husband. He won't take kindly to you having barged your way into our home. Let's see. If you were gonna call him, you would have done so already. I have some questions for you. She glances towards her husband, worrying her eyes. I have not the time, stranger. Do not be troubling me with such things. Excuse me, are you alright? Me? She seems surprised. Oh, I... She lowers her voice. You'd best leave. My husband has not been himself of late. You'd best not provoke him with your presence. I spoke with him. He seems troubled. What's wrong with him? He's been out of sorts of late. A touch of the cough, maybe. She gives an unconvincing half shrug. Fine. What's really wrong with him? I think he's done something he regrets. Her worried expression melts into despair. I think he signed one of the debt contracts. I can't imagine what possessed him to do such a foolish thing. Debt contracts? Yeah, it's like actually like a very weird thing. It actually builds up on what we've seen in the mortuary last stream. So yeah, the dustmen have contracts that give them the right to someone's body after they die. What do the dustmen do with the body after death? Animate it with their black magics, turn it into the Walking Dead, make it a worker till... She looks at her husband helplessly, till it rots away. Why did your husband sign such a thing? He may have been gold eager to bring some more jink than custom. Jink is like money, by the way, in like the sigil parlance. I was like gonna like let people know, like eventually you can get Mort to like give you a primer on like what each word means, or more or less. But I'm just like gonna interject here every time we see something, if I like remember what that is. He's prideful, but I think he's hurt himself more by doing so. Can his contract be undone? She looks at you surprised and sighs. I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill like all the dusties. He even lectured me on my husband, as if I had no right to try and help him. Her lips become a tight, thin line, as if picturing the dustman's face. He was cold. Cruel he was. No, he was cold, cruel he was. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Who was this dustman your husband signed the contract with? The Dusty calls himself Gravesend. I know not his first name. He has a table at the Dustman bar in the Hive. Gathering Dust, I believe that place's name. You can find him there, trying to get more people to sign his contracts. I'll seek him out then. Where is this Gathering Dust bar? Updated my journal. Head out to the street outside. Go to the memorial stone, then head south and west from there. She taps her finger against her chin. You should run right into it. There's one of them. Her face wrinkles in disgust. Walking corpses out front. Very well. I'll go see what I can do. I won't turn away such a friendly gesture. She seems grateful, then her worried expression returns. But I must ask you not to let on that I ask you to do such a thing. My husband has a terrible temper, and if he were to find out... Whew. Yep, we're not gonna vow. I promise that your husband will not find out. Thank you, stranger. I appreciate your help. It's no trouble. I'll go see about undoing your husband's contract now. Let's, go do that, actually.
I'm gone.
No, hold on. Wrong way. So, let's see. This takes me to... Yeah, okay.
Done.
Think this is it? Yeah, gathering dust bar, okay. First we need to do something with the post. This filthy looking corpse is in such shape. Its shoulders are slumped and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe. Judging from the smell and the texture, the stains run from rotten fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved onto its body and several notices have been nailed into its chest, back and head. I thought I was in bad shape. Don't all those nails hurt? The corpse makes no response. Let's examine the corpse. Despite the many stitches, the corpse's rotting skin is peeling in several places, revealing long stretches of muscle and bone. You'd guess that this zombie is frequently used as target practice. The fruit and mud stains aside, some of the tears in its skin still have rocks and bits of glass lodged in them. One wicked-looking cobblestone is still embedded in the side of its head. Just get that? Aha. You grab a hold of the cobblestone and pull it out of the corpse's head. Traces of brain matter and rotting flesh slowly drip from it. It looks like whatever was in its head turned to ooze long ago. Okay. Let's do this again. Examine the graffiti. A number of the leaflets have been ruined by the rain, but some of them are still legible. One tacked to his back is from something called the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The one on his forehead looks like a bill of fare for a restaurant. One on his chest looks like an official notice, and another appears to be some sort of want ad. Okay. Let's see. To those Hive citizens wishing gainful employ with the most honorable and generous sigil government, inquire forthright at Office of Vermin and Disease Control to help stem plague of brain rats. Bounties paid. Cover given for each rat tail brought. Tails must be genuine and from rat only. No cat, dog, or fiend tail accepted. Office several streets south and west of Mortuary Gate in Lower Hive. Ask for official inspector in charge, the respected Phineas T. Lord. 39th? That's 39, right? I think. It's like the other notices. Bill of fare. Someone has posted a bill of fare for the Gathering Dust Bar, but the bill of fare cannot be read, as the words Smoldering Corpse Bar have been scrolled in charcoal over the bill. Ooh, yeah, it's actually a great mechanic here. Check this out. Smoldering Corpse Bar? The zombie immediately jerks its left arm upwards and points far to the southeast. A moment later, the arm falls back to its side with a thump. Reminds me of a job I once had. He seems embarrassed. Well, I mean, without the arms? I wonder if this would work with the other notices. Yep, we can actually get directions now. Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The zombie immediately jerks its left arm upwards and points far to the southwest. A moment later, the arm falls back to its side with a thump. And now we figured out how to get directions. Magical directions, by the way, because I think the idea is someone enchanted this zombie to always be able to point the correct way. And I think if we have high enough intellect, we can actually ask it where Farod is, and it will point downwards, which is a nice little early hint for that. See the official notice. Public notice. By the order of the Judiciary Council and in accordance with the citizenry of Sigil, let it be known those defacing a registered servant of the Dustmen, either by graffiti, malicious attack, or by posting notices, will constitute felonious assault, and the perpetrator will be answerable for the vandalism of said servant. By order of the whole of the speakers. Yep. Examine the want ad. Wanted. Able-bodied person willing to investigate a matter of utmost importance to the Dustman cause. Will offer suitable compensation upon successful completion of said task. Interested parties inquire with Initiate Norosh. Gathering Dust Bar. Gathering Dust Bar? The zombie immediately jerks its left arm upwards and points west to the building before you. well, that makes sense. Let's examine the other note, he says. That was like the last one. Okay, examine the graffiti. The graffiti runs from obscenities about the dustmen to slogans glorifying what appear to be local gangs. One piece of graffiti catches your eye. Someone has carved the name Farod on the corpse's left arm, then slashed an X across it. I love this bit. Farod?
My journal.
The zombie immediately jerks his left arm upward and points far to the west and downwards. A moment later, the arm falls back to its side with a thumb. Ahaha. Aren't we the clever one? There's like a lot of like little clever bits in like the dialogues here. There's like so good.
Maybe I could gut a Dusty.
Yep. Okay, we need to save here. Oh, hey, Rooks. Hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? You have redeemed this day in gaming. So, yep, it's a new option. Let me just let you know. So, today, the 26th of February, 28 years ago, Batman Returns released for the SNES in Japan. Tenchu Stealth Assassins released 23 years ago, in 1998, for the PlayStation, as did X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Meanwhile, on the Dreamcast in 2001, on the 26th of February, Record of Lodoss War came out, which I've never actually heard like a Dreamcast Record of Lodoss, but fair enough. Like a more well-known game on the PS2 18 years ago in 2003, Xenosaga Episode 1 came out, which has like a weird like German title, which I don't think... I think it translates into the will of man or something like that, but I cannot like read it out loud. I can like suck at that. Also, in the same day, 2004, Onimusha 3 came out on the PS2. In 2007, Jade Empire came out. Well, like the special edition came out on PC, which is like an amazing RPG that I'm gonna stream at some point, by the way. 13 years ago, in 2008, Patabon and The Sims 2 came out, one on PSP and one on PC. Well, I'm actually going to skip like a lot of these. There's got like a lot of Japanese ones for whatever reason. Yeah, 8 years ago, Dynasty Warrior 7 came out on PS3. Etrian Odyssey 4 came out on the 3DS. Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus 2 came out on the Vita. I didn't know that existed. Also, Dawnguard came out for Skyrim because, you know, Skyrim. 5 years ago, Stardew Valley came out on this very day, which means like Stardew Valley is 5 years old now. Okay, that's interesting. And only 2 years ago, Lego Movie 2 video game, which, I mean, the Lego games are kind of nice, but not that great to like talk about. They're like competent time wasters, is like the best I can say about those. Came out in 2019. I think for like future like redemptions of that, wait, what? Oh, Ingress, right? For future like redemptions of that, I might just like cut out all the Japanese ones, or just like scan the list and get like the big name ones. Still need to watch the Lodoss anime.
What's
Okay,
the
fair
hold
enough.
up?
What's the hold up?
Hey.
Hey. I love this theme. I love this theme so much. It's like the same theme as Deonara's, but like slightly remixed. In case you were wondering, the reason this lady gets her own theme is because she's important later on. You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flinging back and forth as you watch. Pike off! Greetings. The girl ignores you. I am missing a journal. Have you seen one? She looks at you strangely. Nay, I've not seen like that. Nay, I've seen nothing like that, I haven't. Yeah, it's gonna be hard doing like the female voices. And what is it you want? Okay, I remember this dialogue. It's gonna be awesome. I can't help but notice that you have a tail. Do I now? The girl looks at her tail. So I do! And here I was thinking that it was a trick of me eye. My, aren't you a sharp cutter? She bares her teeth. Why don't you piss off to whatever hole you crawled out and leave me be? Me nor me tail is up for trade, you jig? Alright, I was just Hey, it's just as well neither you nor your tail are for sale. You couldn't squeeze out a living with them anyway. What are you... Where are you about, you blighter? Say it again. He didn't say anything, but I'm still curious. Why do you have a tail? The girl's eyes narrow to slits. Are you daft? Can it be that you're dumber than stone? Or mayhap you the power of ignorance? May the Dabus break you over and make you a street. Look. She's a tiefling, chief. They got some demon's blood in them, and that makes them paranoid and defensive. Nice tail, though. Shame it's plastered to such an ugly body. Oh, now. You better latch your bone box, you foul-mouthed Mimir, before I spits it from your jaw, jig. Why don't you try and split my jaw, chit? All I'm hearing is a lot of chatter from some hive trash. Throw a punch. I dare you. I'll bite your leg off. Enough. Aye, that's right. Leash your Mimi, Tard, or I'll bite... Tard? Ooh, okay. Ouch. Or I'll bury him with his body, jig. Mimir, what are you talking about? Hi, Mimir. Put the gulf between your ears so wide me a word's echo? Ijit. You still haven't answered my question. What's a Mimir? Mimir's a talking encyclopedia. That's me, chief. She glances at Mort, then you, then sneers. I guess I know which one of ye has the brains, eh? Yeah, look, I had some other questions. Aye, and what is that ye want? I'm looking for someone named Farod. Do you know where I can find him? Aye, I might. I might say more if you sweeten the question, aye? She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Jink, jink, aye? Jink, jink? She means money. Oh. Aye. She glances at Mort, then shrugs. What the skull said. Hard coin. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually want to pay her because it turns out that she's totally gonna lie to us. So I'm gonna try like this one. I doubt you have anything I want to hear, but try me. Then I'll decide whether it's worth it. Bar that, have nothing more to say to you, Burke. Get. Yep.
I've never seen something so ugly, I've not.
All right.
Slow sigil day it is.
Okay, let's see. Bane the Sender. Where's Ingress? She's one of the possible. Well, possible might be a bit kind of like pushing it. You have to try really hard to not get here later on in the game. But you wouldn't really know that at like this point in the game. You see a heavyset man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him, and unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice, "Craddock, good sir." I mean, yeah, you could maybe not recruit here, but I think the game makes you like take her with you at least for like a small part of the game. Like the Baldur's Gate games, you basically get like some characters more or less forced into your party, but you can immediately like reform party and kick them out if you don't want them, which is fine. What? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. 1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense. He gives a slight bow. I am called Bane the Sender, third child of Daiben the Sender. I am one of the many runners in the employs of the House of Senders. I mean, if you've got Dakon and here in the party, then you've played like a few hours at the very least. No apologies necessary, Bane. What do you want? Or Baen? I don't know. How do you pronounce that? 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I see Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Baen looks like he's in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be that you have heard of such a man? I'm sorry, I haven't. Baen gives a deep sigh. I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I mean, I could help you. If I come across the man, I could pass along your message. Bane face. Oh, yay. We found a typo. I've never noticed this. I've played it so many times, too. Bane's face lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortunate day for Bane and the House of Senders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it that you are paid for your troubles. Alright, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be cursed by the 3rd day or there will be a penalty. Bane frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he's an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. I see. That's enough to go on. Bane bows. Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you and you are able to bear your message to Craddock, be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see that your efforts are rewarded. Very well. Farewell, Bane.
My journal.
Updated my journal. Yep. Hold on, we need to talk to Ingress. Hi. You see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is disheveled and dirty, and her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is a fused lump of flesh. It looks melted, like wax exposed to great heat.
Updated
Greetings.
my journal.
What is it you want me? The woman's accent... No. What is it you want me? The woman's accent is thick, and you're having difficulty making out what she's saying. You want me to leave? Not leaving the city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city, it's a prison to everywhere. Everywhere? There's worlds, there's... Her eyes gleam madly. Plains that be sinking sands, fields thirsty nettles be, sightless worlds where your limbs are given life and hate, cities of dust whose people are dust and whisper ash, the house without doors, the twilight lands, the sinking winds, the sinking winds. She starts to sob quietly, but she seems so out of tears. And shadows, the terrible shadows there be. Where are these places? Where's them places? She flings the lamp of her right arm, the right hand in the arc, just to net the seascape. There's all here be. Doors, here to everywhere. Doors? You're not knowing this? She squints at you and her teeth start chattering. Tell you I will. Beware every space you walk through or touch in this thrice-cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames, the open mouth of a statue, the spaces between shelves. Beware any space bounded on all sides. All their doors to other places. What do you mean? Every door has a key, it does, and with this key they show their true nature. An arch becomes a portal, a picture frame becomes a portal, a window becomes a portal, all eager to take you someplace else. They steal you away. She raises her lamp of her right hand, and sometimes what's on the other side takes part of you as a tithe. Jesus. What are these keys? The keys number as many as the doors of this city. Every door a key, every key a door. Her teeth start oh god, I have so much trouble saying that. Her teeth start chattering again as if she's cold. And a key is anything. It may be an emotion, an iron nail held between your second and fifth finger, a thought 3 times, then thought once in reverse, and it may be a glass rose. And these are all keys that open these doors?
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal, yeah. Yes. Her teeth start chattering and she clenches her mouth closed and squints her eyes. Yes, can't leave. How did you get here?
My journal.
From... She seems to calm slightly and her eyes take on a 1,000-league stare. Came from a place else from here, almost a life ago, hum-tuned by a glade with 2 dead trees that had fallen together. A brilliant door opening the space between the crossed streets showed me the city on the other side. I stepped through, ended here. Why can't you go back? Tried. She tries to sob again, but no tears come. Tried. All doors here lead to other places. She shudders and grips her melted right hand. Went through thrice 10 portals, some a purpose, some accident. None of them right. Can't find way back. There must be a portal that can take you back. Can't even live here, this square. And there, the place of death beneath the gate waits for me. She points to the mortuary behind the gate, then turns back to you, her face desperate. Can't go anywhere in this city. You can't go anywhere? What do you mean? Yep, okay. Anything could be a door. Any arch there, any door here could be a portal. Don't know the key, could get us into another horrible place. Her teeth start chattering again. Got to stay away from closed spaces. All could be doors. Could have a key on me and not be knowing it. You're afraid to go through any door or arch because it might be a portal? She nods, her teeth chattering. Jesus. How long have you been afraid of this? She squints. Since the last time I walked through the last portal, this place where my hand... She stops. Since my 10th turning. I'm in my 4th, 10th turning now. I'm in my 4th, 10th turning that now. Her teeth begin chattering now. 30 years? You haven't walked through any door for 30 years? Her vision seems to clear slightly. She looks up at you, her teeth chattering. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. It's only a matter of finding it. She smiles. Her teeth aren't chattering because she's cold. They are moving inside her mouth, her gums twisting as the teeth shift about. They rise and recede as you watch, chattering as they rattle against each other. What? She hisses at you. Only takes one portal you steps through accident to drive the fear into you. I went through thrice 10, lost my hand, burned my flesh, and lost my sense. She looks at her feet. No more, no more. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. If I can find some means to help you, I will.
Updated
Farewell.
my journal.
Yep. I was like, for a bit later as well. We can find someone to help here, no worries. There's like a lot of dustmen here. We also have pox. Just like gonna reveal like the entire map first of all. Although I think these guys might like attack me if I go talk to them. Yep, there we go.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Kind of looks like the pathfinding is a bit screwed up. Actually. Well, sucks to be you. Hey. Bronze bracelet. So I'm just like gonna try and like see. I'm just gonna like use the tab targeting to manage to get the like the NPC name list. Let's see, Quentin. The man before you looks to be in middle of height and years. He's stout with a thick bullish neck and his shoulders are hunched, as if a great weight was pressing upon them. He wears an impatient look as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. Greetings. The man throws you a glance. There's room, Cutter. No need to ask my leave to stand here. Actually, I wanted to know what the monolith was. It's a tombstone for the plains, he scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched on that rock. Can only hope my name's the one that split this stone in twain. He points at the base of the monolith. Quentin, right here, hammered in just hard enough to send the damn thing crashing down. Tombstone for the plains? Aye. Quentin smiles ruefully. The dust is scratched the names of the dead on this monument here. He gestures around him, and on the walls of this place. Not enough space by my reckoning, but no matter. They do their best. Can barely read half the names. What are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Trying to find a new one every day. Try to remember if I knew him. Nothing more. So it's like basically just like the guy reading the obituaries more or less. The dustmen record the names of all that have died on this monument? Aye, they scratch them on this rock, and scratch them on the walls of this place too. Quentin scoffs. I don't know why they take the trouble to take accounting of the dead. The Dusties have more care for the living. The living? Aye. You know about the dustmen mourners that come to this place? They are mourning the death, see? They're mourning the living. You can barely get a word in them edgewise without them asking to mourn some poor living berg for you. Why do they mourn the living? You got me there, Cutter. He shrugs. Might want to put the question to him. Seems to me the dead are thrice worth the pity of any poor sod living in this pit. He nods at the monument. Every name on there is blessed in my book, it is. Ever know anyone who came back after their name was put on there? You mean come back from death? Quentin shakes his head. Not a one, Cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of things. He shrugs. Still, considering the plains go on forever and all, I suppose anything is possible. I suppose so. Say, I had some other questions for you. No harm in asking, Cutter. Oh, never mind. Not yet. Seftai. Hey. The woman's face looks broken and she's covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rugs in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument, at the names there. Greetings. Hiss! Get back! Get you back! The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black canines. What do you want of Sevtai? What's the matter? What's wrong? Those chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now they're nothing but names on the memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men, factions, they say. What they are is an adult bunch that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lob in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are those chaos men that attacked you? They're a hiver gang, a bunch of adult souls that call themselves the starved dogs barking, or some such barmy nonsense. You know, oh, hey, nice. Their actions were just. If you wish, I can see that the matter is rectified. If 3 deaths they caused, then 3 deaths shall the starved dogs suffer. A copper earring in your purse if you pen 3 of those murdering souls in the dead book. Jig? I'll see to it that they're put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Go out to the south gate, spireward from here, then walk around the block until you come to a place where men run in circles, howling at the sick sky. There's the starved dogs they are. Yeah, I've been to that. Oh, really? It's like you actually change the dialogue if you've been south before you talk to Sevtai? I didn't know that. Nice. Yeah, I've been to that block. It's the one with all the harlots and drunks south of here. I'll go there and return shortly.
My journal.
So need to talk to Death of Names. You see a dustman with a crooked smile frozen on his face. Despite the smile, his eyes are as dull as stones. His right arm is shorter than the left and he keeps it tucked to his side, as if cradling a small child. Greetings. The dustman's eyes slide over you. Name. The way he speaks the word, it sounds like the tolling of a bell. I don't know. No name, can't help you. The dustman speaks in a curious sing-song voice. Need to give a name if you want to see where it's died. What?
Updated my journal.
Give it a name when you're born, give it back when you need it no more. Death of names, death of names. His eyes swim across the monolith, then to the walls of the area. Buried many names here, death of names has. Tell me a name, I'll show its grave. Sounds more like lending names. Yeah, it's kind of like a library. Let's see. Deonara. His eyes roll to the back of his head, then pop back. With a wild gleam, his eyes run across the walls of the monument, scanning the names at inhuman speed. He then points at a section of the wall. Buried. Let's examine the spot. Chiseled into the black stone in a tiny cramped writing is the name you requested. It's almost lost beneath the sea of names. I had another name. Let's see, Adan? He shakes his head. Not dead yet, that name is. Not buried here. Not time, not time. I mean, can you bury a name for me? He nods and unfolds his small hand from where it's cradled on his side. It looks atrophied. It is the size of a child's hand. Cost Jing to bury a name. 3 copper, 3. Let's see, like Quentin. He shakes his head. Not yet that name is. Not buried here. Not time, not time. Very well said. It's gonna be important for later on, actually. A sense of great loss hangs over this elderly woman like a dark cloak. As you watch her, a long sad sigh escapes her lips. Greetings. She looks up at your face, cloudy eyes squinting and straining to see you clearly. Forgive me, young cutter, but I'm an old woman and don't see so well. Do I know you?
Perhaps, but I don't know you.
She mulls your answer over for a moment, nodding. What is it you wanted, then?
I had some questions.
Questions? Her expression curdles. Oh no, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Name, job, and all that rot, eh? Well, I won't have it. Off with you.
I'm not an adventurer.
Bar that. The woman jabs her finger at you. I've watched the dustman put the name of me husband, damn his soul, me son, and both me daughters on their memorial. Adventurers, all of them. Why, I swung quite a sword myself in the day, so as I know when I meet one. The old woman seems to be working herself into a fit. Her face has become flushed and flecks of spittle fly from her lips as she howls at you. I'll bet you've got all sorts of barmy questions. She mimics your heroic stance. Greetings, I have some questions. Can you tell me about this place? Who's the Lady of Pain? I'm looking for the Margie Geldon of Swank Iron. Have you seen it? Do you know where a portal to the 2817th plane of the Abyss might be? Do you know where the Holy Flaming Frostbrand Gronk Slaying Vorpal Hammer of winding and repairing and shooting lightning out of your bum is? She spits. Dunk, all of it. Only gets in the dead book. I had to kick you in the shins for ever pestering an old woman about it all. Now go away and leave me in peace. Yep. That was like a fun one to read. Perhaps very like slightly damaging to my voice, but fun not whatsoever. Whatsoever, sorry. Shilandra. Oh wait.
Done.
What was like her deal? What if I forget? Blast! I almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcaster while they're evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want? My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell. Yeah, I guess we come back later. This place.
Done.
Done. Done, done, done. Dun, 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 dun. It's like all these are like guards, right? Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna like change the tooltip speed to be a bit faster. Hey, Mana! Hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? So I remember we can talk to Pox to get us back into the mortuary if we need to. This cowled figure is hunched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadows of his hood. What little you can see of his chin, which is covered with stubble, and what appears to be foul green and purple rush. The rush seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings. The figure doesn't budge. There's a moment of silence, and he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hi? Who are you? Pox am I, hi? Pox? Mother and father named me, wished the pox on firstborn. A curse given, came true it did. Hi? Again, your eyes are drawn to the purplish-green rush covering Pox's chin and neck. Oh, I had more questions for you. What are you doing? Wait for deaders, do I? Hi? Deaders? Corpses? Why? Find the deader, take him through the gate, get some jink, then again I wait. Hi? Through the gate? Why? A deaders to a dustman, what cobbers to a collector, bring them dead, they give me cobber at the gate, they do. Hi? Collector? What's that? Hi, collector. Gather deaders, bring them to dustman at the gate for jink. What do the dustmen want with dead people, these deaders? Streets clean, deaders put in their place, streets don't stink, dead aren't lost, kept inside gate, all happy. Hi. But what do the dusters do with these deaders they buy? Hold deaders inside gate, put them on slabs, cut them up, bury them, or make them walk. Hi. Make them walk? Hi. They make some get back up if the deader gives them dustman leave to, and the deader becomes a scales or a zombs. Is the front gate the only way inside the mortuary? Hi. Only deader or dustman go in gate they do. You want Pox make you deader again? Again? Hi. Many times you ask, Pox always do. How many times exactly? Many times, hi. So we've met before. Hi. What do you know about me? You a deader who don't stay deader for long, hi. Deal square with Pox you do. Do you know anything else about me? Nope. You're a deader who won't stay dead for long, hi. Deal square with Pox you do. Do you know anything else beside that? Okay. Alright then, how about I just pretend to be dead and you sneak me in? Let Pox see you play deader. You play deader good, Pox get you in, hi. Pretend to be dead. Yeah, we can even do that. I think this one is like mostly wisdom that determines if we can do that. I'm not gonna do that though. I just like wanted the XP. So yeah, any problem you figure out like a creative solution to, you get like a bunch of XP, especially dialogue-based ones. Pox watches your performance without a sound. When you get back up, he speaks. Hi, Pox sell you. You want to be sold now? No, not yet. Maybe later? Do you know someone named Farod? Hi, Farod. Collector, big. Name has weight. Cast long. Shadow it does. Hi. Do you know where my mate find him? Hi, in the hive here he is. Somewhere's high. Can you be more specific? Hi, somewhere's in the hide he is. Farod hide he does. Very hard finding he is. Not worth finding he is. Not worth finding? What do you mean? Hi, many hates him. Other collectors even. Sharegrave hates him. Not like Farod at all. Hi. Sharegrave? Hi, Sharegrave big name. Harry wait, cast long shadow he does. Tell Pox what to do he does. Would your boss, this Sharegrave, know where Farod is? Hi, Sharegrave no darks he does. No Farod a hiding he does. Sharegrave in Rackpigger Square, many blocks west of here. Hi. Say Sharegrave that Pox and you tell him. Sharegrave become Sharecobber with Pox he will. Hi. Yeah. I just love this dialogue. So basically, there's the collectors are people that bring corpses to the Dustman in exchange for Cobber. And as we've kind of like just found out, there's more or less two rival factions. There's like Farod's collectors and Sharegrave's collectors. And I think it turns out that Sharegrave doesn't like Farod because he's suspecting that he goes and like robs tombs to get corpses to resell, which is firstly unethical and secondly bad for general like collector business. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist of it. And Pox here works for Sharegrave. I've lost a journal. You wouldn't happen to have seen one, would you? Hi, no journal have I seen. Things get lost in the hive, never found again. Maybe journal, one of them. Hi. Okay, yeah, that's it. Just like need the XP here for now. A huge monument. There is no name of plaque identifying what it is honoring. Yep. Yeah, this like these guys I kind of like don't enjoy much. They tend to like get aggressive with you if you stand close to them for long enough. But I mean, yeah, they're like thugs, I guess, gang members or something. I don't know. So it's like a big pain that they are like very easy to kind of like what's it called, like lose morale is like the correct term there, and you basically have to kind of like chase them like that until they get backed into a corner or something. On the other hand, you have just witnessed one of the weirdest thing about the combat in Planescape. If you break line of sight with the enemies, they stop chasing you. Which basically kind of means that if you don't really care to fight something, you just like run away far enough and it more or less forgets that you ever existed. Which is nice if you don't want to bother with combat. But they don't really like disappear. They are still there, but they just stop chasing you. There's like a few things that you can do to manipulate that and, you know, make it easier for yourself later on as well. So let me go rest to get back my HP. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Nameless one has a passive health regeneration. So in case you were wondering what that heal +1 was. No, wait, how do we rest? Quick loot, how to play combat log. Oh, rest part. Okay.
All right.
So we've got a few quests here. Find Farod, we can't do that here. Find your missing journal, we can also can't do that here. Save ties a bit further to the south, a way to help ingress. I think we need to go to the Smoldering Corpse Bar to find someone that can help here. Free Anger film his dead contract, we can do that now. Find Craddock, we can do it a bit later on. Can we actually... did we actually forget anything? Let's see. The Quentin and Death of Names is a bit later as well. There's a portal here that we can come back to a lot later. Yeah, I think we just like go to the Gathering Dust Bar for now. There are...
What are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, all right?
Yep. There's like a few things that can be done here. Let me see. Mortai. There's like a... Yep. Norosh. There's like an old one down here somewhere. Called Cobber Eyes. Okay. Zombie Bodyguard. Emoric. Yeah, it's like a few. So, Seer the Skeptic, I think it's like the first one. It's like just like resolve some quest fast. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La, look who's come a-calling on Seer today. Death's dearest son. She looks at you up and down and then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in its mother, boy! What crypt did you crawl out of? The joke. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking out for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? She barks a laugh that rattles your ears. Ha! Not here, unless you want to die of boredom. What's wrong with here? Tch! Someone pitch your sense and your sight, boy? She waves her hand around the bar. Look around. What do your eyes tell you? I really want to do this one, but I don't remember if sassing here kind of like ruins the quest. But you know what? Fuck it. We can just do some experimenting as well. A bunch of fun-loving dustmen, drinking happily and conversing merrily, celebrating life to its fullest. You've got a clever tongue there, boy. Mayhap your tongue is cleverer than you are. Seer squints at you and snorts. That explains the scars. But it doesn't explain why a dustman is standing here ridiculing other dustmen. Care to answer that one? Are you a dustman? A dustman? I suppose. Seer sniffs. Tch! I've seen enough sun pass through the hourglass while wearing these robes. This body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles, but there's not much mirth in it. Are you afraid of dying? Course I am, boy. Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except dustmen. They're not afraid because they've been swallowing so much of their own butt droppings over the decades, they've blinded themselves into thinking that there is some kind of release. Shh. So, what sparked this crisis of fate? She shrugs. Life, I suppose. She frowns. Ha! Never you mind. I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. Shh. How old do you take me for, boy? Let's be truthful here. Old? She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now, I've spent most of my long years teaching dustmen. I've seen many dustmen whelps grow within an order, taught that the ways of the faction keep the faith, preach the tenets of the faction, and so on and so on. No questions, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. What happened? Well, a half-moon back I went sick with the fever, she sighs. I thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. How? Her face became a stone. There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pod of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Seer is so fortunate. She shall be relieved from the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there's something... The queer expression comes over her features. Addled about not appreciating your life. The dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass it on to oblivion? Should we? She shakes her head. Questions, and precious few answers. It doesn't sound like you believe in the dustman philosophy anymore. I suppose I have got a swarm of doubts all buzzing in my skull. She rubs her temples. Hard to get them all to be quiet sometimes. They need to be fed some answers and I haven't got them all worked out yet. What will you do? To be square, boy? I don't know. Seer shies. That's the problem with doubt. I can't even trust what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because of my brush with the fever, or even what I should do. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I wonder which one I should pick here. So you can basically tell her that she's not like really a dustman, because if she were, she wouldn't be having such a like crisis of faith from a fever. I think the correct one is to kind of like sway her back into the, like being a dustman, and I'm saying like correct one in that later on we can actually more or less use that um, to gain favor with, I think, Emoric. So that's what I'm gonna do. It doesn't really change much either, unfortunately. So you don't get to see later on what happens to Seer, unfortunately. At the core of the Dustman philosophy is that this life is one of pain. It is a weapon that life uses against the soul to keep it anchored to this existence. Do not let this brush with the fever break your Dustman beliefs, so time will heal these doubts. Experience. Seer stares at you and then nods slowly. Maybe so, maybe so. She frowns, her face wrinkled up in concentration. I'll have to chew it over some more. You should, it's no small matter. La now, enough of me rattling on about my woes. Seer stares at your scars. You look like you've shared a few handshakes with death yourself. Hasn't that changed your views somewhat? Doesn't it make you appreciate life a bit more? Yep. So we could actually tell her, and I think it's like the best choice out of them. So let's see. Well, my condition is unique. I woke up in the mortuary. I think they mistook me for a corpse and were preparing to bury me. The strange thing is, I think I actually had died and got better. Seer blinks. Yeah, rattling my coffin. It's true. Strange are the ways of the plane, and I've seen too much to throw any tale out with the wash. She studies your face. If it's true, why does this happen? All I know is I woke up in the mortuary with no memory and covered with enough wounds to kill me 3 times over. Now, don't you be saying that too loud. She glanced around. Most peculiar. Never heard of anything like that. Shame about the memories. Do you have any idea why this happens? Nay, not a one. Never knew anyone who death wouldn't take until now. Well, perhaps I could ask you some other questions. Questions, eh? Well, you can ask. Seer looks at you with a steely eye and smiles. Crypt crawler. I didn't crawl out of any crypt. She frowns, her face wrinkled like crumpled parchment. Right then, what coffin did you crawl out of? She mumbles. One of those shoddy splint coffins that Hamris must like. Give corpses splinters, I hear. She sniffs. That boy's not been worth a clipped cover since his father died. I didn't crawl out of a coffin either. Well, actually, no, sorry. We can, like, do the jokes. Well, the coffin he made was too drafty, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? Okay, yeah. Let me just, like, go through it again. Who is Hamris? Hamris is a coffin maker. Coffin maker in the lower world. Inherited the shop when his father died, much the same of every corpse needing coffin, crypt, or tombstone in Sigil. What happened to his father? We're actually gonna find out that we're responsible for his father dying, by the way. A bit later. Those years just for show, boy? He died. She mumbles. His son talked him to death, most likely. That boy's tongue doesn't stop rattling. I'm surprised he doesn't shake his head loose from his shoulders. You two sound like you have a lot in common then. She narrows her eyes. Do us both a favor and lash that bone box of yours, boy. Don't be drawing commons between me and that yapping whelp. Let's see. Have you seen a journal recently? I'm missing mine. Well, what does it look like? No idea. If you don't know what it looks like, how do you expect to find it? I'm beginning to wonder that myself. I had some other questions. Let's see. I'm searching for a man named Farod. Seer's face crumples into a frown. That dog! He's the worst of the collector lot. I heard he has his keep set up somewhere in Rackpigger Square, many streets west of the mortuary gate. Dangerous place, though. Some of those collectors aren't patient enough to wait for folks to die, so they can sell them for jink. Collectors? They're vermin that scavenge the bowels of hive for bodies to sell to the dustmen. Make a living off the dead. A motley breed. Makes you ashamed to share the same city with them. She sighs. Tch. At least they help keep the streets clean. Let's see. I didn't crawl out of a coffin either. She smiles, revealing a row of uneven teeth. Alright, boy. What sarcophagus did you crawl out of? She stops and chuckles to herself. Just ribbing you, boy. No harm meant. You do look like Death Zone, though. Let's see. Okay, we did like get all of that. Later on, we can actually come and ask her about. Oh, hold on. We can actually ask her about the Dustman. No harm in it. Who's on your mind? Actually, I met a scribe named Dahl at the mortuary. Do you know him? Shh, Dahl. He was my instructor in the philosophical arts during my early training at the mortuary, and a crusty fool to boot. He's ill, so my ears tell me. I bet he'll even bore death with his presence. Is he dying? Shh. Sicker than a spotted dog he is. Not much sun left in the hourglass for him. Let's see. I met a guide at the mortuary, Soego. Do you know him? That boy used to be a regular around here. Don't know what happened to him. Could be he was shaken up after his friend died. Explain? One of his friends was killed in the hive a few weeks ago, torn apart by rats. Messy business. Has Soego always been a guide at the mortuary? No, only for the past few months. And last I heard he was just sent off for some missionary duty, but I don't know where. One of the embalmers in the mortuary, Irene. Do you know her? Who? A strange young woman, poor eyesight, near deaf, talons for hands? Seer shakes his head. Maybe she's a new initiate. I've never heard of her. That's also important for later on. Let's see. I must take my leave. Yeah, we like eventually we can like ask her about the people in here as well. But that's gonna be a while. As you turn away, you notice Mort staring at you. Eh? What is it? Did you see the way that cadaver's beauty was staring at me? Morta's teeth chatter as if in anticipation. She was looking for some lucky cadder to thaw her coffin. Please don't start this again. Mort ignores you and becomes thoughtful. I don't really mind the attention actually. It's just that I like to be seen as something more than just a skull, you know? I have feelings that go beyond my base animal instincts. I want courtship, not some fortnight fling around the mausoleum. Mort, you are a skull. Nobody can help but see you as a skull. Accept it. Yeah, well, I may be just a skull, but I've got a big heart. Well, actually, you don't have one of those. What? Were you dumped into my life to spit on my dreams and aspirations? Fine, be that way then. I don't have a heart, but I do have a soul. Well, actually, I'm betting you'd... Forget it. Let's go. Okay, so... First, we need to... Nice. Things like Norosh first. You see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair springs forward from his skull like a crown of spikes. With his leopard-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He's frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Greetings. The dustman looks up, blinks once, and looks you up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and points at himself with it. Norosh, initiate, dustman, guard. I'm here about the posting outside. The dustman looks you up and down. Many troubles have I. Help you can. A mausoleum awakes, the dead walk, the dead disturbed, the dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead and cover coins I will pay. Very well. Where is this mausoleum?
My journal.
Norosh nods. Mausoleum by Dustman Memorial. Go north and west from Black Monument. Go to Arch and a semicircle over your heart with the finger this make. He wiggles his... Oh, hold on. Like this. He wiggles the index finger of his right hand. Like, you need to do it like this, I guess, over the heart. Like somewhere like here. To the mausoleum you will go. I will look into it then. Good, farewell. Okay, we also need to... Oh, awaiting death. Yes, like this guy. Before you is a young dustman with stubble on his chin and dark circles beneath his eyes. He's staring at the wall with a somber expression. Greetings. The dustman doesn't look up. He stares straight ahead as if he's seeing something several leagues beyond the walls of the bar.
Can I ask you some questions?
The dustman doesn't respond. He keeps staring into the distance. Alrighty then. Mort hisses at you. Let's go, Chief. This dusty might as well be fertilizer.
Fair enough.
Let's get out of here. As you turn to leave, the dustman suddenly speaks, his voice barely a murmur. You have to strain to hear the words. You think he said something about wanting to die.
What did you say?
The boy's expression does not flicker. Do you want to die?
I really don't know. Do you want to die?
Yes. Why do you want to die? This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue this charade any longer. His face wrinkles in disgust. Why would anyone wish to remain in this foul city, in the center of a multiverse that feeds on pain and hatred? Death is silent, comforting.
That's a bleak outlook.
There's a lot more to life than pain and hatred. This is living? He bares his teeth and his hands clench. This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue this charade any longer. Death is silent, comforting.
Oh, trust me, it's not.
The boy seems irritated by the comment. And how do you know?
I think I've died before. I don't remember much about it, though.
The dustman blinks and then sneers. You lie. No man can die more than once, not without being resurrected by mighty magics.
Would you like to see?
So you can do this in like a lot of cases, and it's always like a fun way to get reactions out of people. In fact, this is like probably the only game that makes death to be actually a core narrative drive of a lot of the quests. What do you mean? He looks like he wants to turn away but cannot. You can't seriously. Take your hands, twist your neck. Your vision slowly returns. Your death felt different this time. You see awaiting death standing above you. He looks horrified, then fascinated. He has propped you into a chair and is looking apprehensively at the other bar patrons. They don't appear to have noticed or have mistaken you for a drunk.
Convinced now?
Are you one of the Walking Dead?
No.
Then what are you?
I don't know, but I die and I'm reborn.
Yet you still think? You still feel?
Yes, but there is a hollowness. Something is missing, and it eats at you, never leaves you at peace.
To be dead and still think and feel? Will misery never leave a body be? The thought seems to horrify him. Even death is no release.
Indeed. Perhaps you should not be so quick to abandon this life before knowing what the next life holds for you.
The boy falls silent, thinking. Eventually, he turns back up to you.
Your words carry weight, sir.
In a first perspective, I will do as you have said.
That is all I ask. Live, grow old, and learn. Farewell.
Yes. So I kind of like wonder. Hold on. What's like the key stats? How much do we need for? Ooh, we're actually like very close to the next level. And Mort as well. So like maybe like a couple more interactions and we get there. It's like all Koberizes for the Angiar's contract, I think. Before you is a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue, although the deep furrows on his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50 is hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch the dull sheen of copper in his eyes.
Greetings.
All copper eye stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen in them.
I have some questions.
Copper Eyes says nothing.
Never mind. Farewell.
So who had the contract? I think it was Copper Eyes. Or was it like Norosh, maybe? Maybe it's like Emoric. Let's see.
You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He's dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone settling. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I am Emoric, factotum and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? I am searching for a man named Farod. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector Farod. He stole something from me. Emoric remains silent. His gaze is unnerving. He doesn't seem to blink. Why do you want to know my business with Farod? The collector Farod has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. How would you do such a thing? I would track down Farod and ask him. If you spoke with the collector Farod and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the dustmen. Find where the dead he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well. I will find Farod, speak to him, and find out where these dead bodies he brings you are from. Your path is our path. Return here when we have the collector Farod's answers. Can you tell me where he is? It is not known to me where the collector Farod is. He hides from the eyes of the dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask them your questions. So yeah, I think you can also join. I don't remember if there's like any benefit to that. Specifically for the dustmen. I think you just like get the robes. I would like to join the dustman faction. If you desire to join the dustman faction, I will hear your request. Yep. Yes, Oh. No, there's like a trick question here, yeah. You have misjudged me. I have no desire to join the dustman faction. I merely believe what the dustmen believe. Very well. Do you know our philosophy? Updated my yeah. Yes. Recite it. The goal of all dustmen is to reach the true death, oblivion. This life that many cling on with their emotions and passions is a false one. As long as one clings to it, one will continually be reborn into it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. Do you believe it? Yep. Not entirely. Oh, shit. What did I do? I tapped that. Fuck. Why did I do that? Let's see. Not entirely okay. Belief may come with time's passing. Is your conviction so strong that our philosophy shall never have a home in your mind? I would like to put my uncertainty to time's test. I will spend time among the dustmen and examine my beliefs. Then it shall be tested. Speak with Initiate Norosh. He's here in the bar. Return when you have done what he has asked of you. Very well, I'll go speak with him now. Oh, I mean, we are going to do the mausoleum quest anyway. Oh, hold on, go back. Speak to more Gravesend as well. This tiny wizened man is dwarfed by his huge dustman robes. They look as if they were chosen to cloak his small stature. Although he looks to be in his late 90s, this man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously and his eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings. The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure and he gives a slight nod in greeting. Hail and well met, traveler! You look like one who has just getting their sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. No, at least I don't recall you. Maybe I was mistaken. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter. How is it that Mortai Gravesend can help you? Do you seek a contract, perhaps? Wait, Mortai Gravesend? Are you the dustman who signed the contract with Angier? Mortai frowns. He looks puzzled. Mayhap. He thinks for a moment. I do not recall the name, however. I would like to settle that contract. Mortai looks wary. I'm afraid that is impossible. The contract is signed, settled, and binding. There is a way to talk him out of it. In fact, this is like kind of like a recurring thing in the game. There's a lot of ways to talk people out of doing stuff that you don't want them to do. Let's see. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It is causing him distress. It is possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotions churning in his mind. Mortai chews it over for a moment. It looks like you negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feelings in order to achieve true death. I cannot... So, what you're saying is that you'll deny him the true death for the sake of a piece of parchment? Mortai signs and holds up his hand as if to placate you. Look, it is not how you are making out to be. You obviously hold the philosophy of the Dustman in contempt to damn the man's soul over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will. Mortai glares at you for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it. By the 9 hells, wait here. He drops his voice to a whisper. And keep your bone box lashed. He gives an angry scowl and stomps off. A few seconds later, he returns. He's holding a dusty piece of parchment which he gives to you. Here! He sniffs disdainfully. All for a man's peace of mind. Now be gone and rattle me with the preaching no longer. I think he like won't talk to us anymore. Yeah, that's like Angier's contract. That's good. So there's like one more interaction in here, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's like old Koberais or... Yeah. Let's go like finish Angier's quest. So this is like another like peculiarity of this game. The place has a very limited number of places where you can rest, and most of them you kind of have to find, discover, or otherwise gain access to. One of them was the crypt that we emerged when we left the mortuary, and it was primarily the reason I chose to do that rather than bluff with Soego to like escort us outside, is because otherwise you can't get into the crypt and use it as a rest point. The other one is here with Angier. If you finish his quest, you get to use his house as a rest spot. You see Angier. He doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you. His face tightens. Yeah, again? Didn't you hear me the first time, you pox-ridden dog? Get out of me house, or so help the powers, I'll carve you where I stand. Yep. Show him the Dustman contract. As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Angier's face. For a moment, he seems at a loss for words. Then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where did you get that? By the powers, you'd best tell me. Tear up the contract.
My journal.
Yes. You tear up the parchment, and Angier's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightens, as if a great weight has lifted from him. He looks like he's about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free. Not in the hive, cutter. Yep. Consider this free, and expect a lot of rules in the hive to change while I'm around. Got a level. Angier's angry expression crumbles. He looks tired of fighting his good fortune. I must have prayed to the right powers this past half moon. He sighs. You have me thanks, cutter, for whatever that's worth. Actually, perhaps you can help me. I have some questions. Ask your questions. Can I ask why you signed the Dustman contract? Perhaps it's the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds you that distracted ye. We have less than nothing and I need a jink. Didn't seem to matter too much at the time where it might come from, and selling me body to the dust is a lot more honest than most work around here. Okay, what caused you to change your mind? It's just... I saw one of them zombies on the streets a half-month ago. One of them zombies that work for the Dusties, and it stabbed me in my heart. I knew I'd make a mistake. I didn't want to be any part of that after death. Yeah, we all had our share of mistakes. I suppose so. Let's see. I'm looking for a man named Farod. Do you know where I could find him? Aye, that name be known to me, and not a fond name it is either. What can you tell me about him? He's one of the collectors, and one with a long shadow. Has quite a few boys at his beck and call. He may not be Lord of the Realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with, Lord or not. Do you know where I can find him? Yay. Aye, but I wouldn't not be doing you a favor for telling it, Taye. His frown deepens. One of me kin fell into his lot a few months back and spilled some of the darks of old Farod. To hear tell, Farod's actually got his keep buried somewhere under Ragpigger Square. To get to it, there's some kind of portal that you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. Where is Ragpigger Square? It's a few blocks from here. Go straight west to the mortuary gate. Keep going until you start seeing trash and rags piled up everywhere. You do best to walk careful there. The collectors there don't always wait for a body to die before collecting on a corpse, you hear? Okay, I have some other questions. I've lost a journal of mine. Have you seen one? Angier frowns and shakes his head. Haven't seen a thing such as that, Kader. Well, thanks anyway. Farewell.
Like my skills have increased.
It's like speak to wife of Angier. Angier's wife smiles as she sees you. Well met, good sir. How can I help you? I'm low on supplies. Can you help me out? Yeah, you can actually buy things off of here. It's like just like healing items, but unfortunately, she doesn't buy anything off of you, which is what I really need to do. I was wondering if I could rest here. Yep. Okay, so we get level up. Fighting skills have improved. 8 hit points gained and 2 hit points from Constitution. Yep, nothing else as far as I see. That's nice though. And getting pretty close. Although, actually...
Alright.
I just realized that I don't actually want to keep leveling as fighter. Yep. So this might be like a bit of, well, not cheating, but kind of like using foreknowledge to do stuff. But I will actually go become a mage as fast as possible. Now, this kind of means skipping a lot of dialogue here, or rather not talking to people until we find, where was she? It's like up here.
Done.
No, this is Ragpigger Square. We don't need to be here yet.
Done.
There's like a market somewhere in here that we talked to an old lady called Old Mebeth or something like that.
I got a good place for you to stay. Come inside. You'll live longer. We got 1 minute in here, Connor. Come on in.
And we kind of... Oh yeah, Mar as well. There's like a lot of people that we need to talk to everywhere.
I'm gone.
But before that, yeah, I should really be a mage. Because here's the thing. In this game, you can, like... So long as you find a person to teach you to be a class, you can be that class. And it kind of ties into like what the Nameless One actually is, or like who he actually is. Oh, there we go. Kosajai? No, hold on. Should be like Old Mebeth's house or something like that. Raskin's Keep. But the problem with that is Kryrof's Anon. Yeah, that's like the blue-skinned lady here. Hive Dwelling. Office of Vermin and Disease Control. But yeah, the problem is that Meiram... I don't remember if it's like this here. Shit. No, it's not here.
Done.
Hold on. I think it's like a bit further down this way.
I'm gone.
Let's see. Quadra's house. Oh my god, where was Mebeth's house?
Okay, starve. We need to kill these as well. This is the tattoo parlor thing. Yeah, oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Problem, problem, problem. We don't need to fight yet. Just like run away. Smoldering corpse bar. JFC. Where did I need to be? Ah. Maybe like the hive dwelling here.
I'm gone.
But yeah. So the problem is there's like a finite amount of XP you can get in the game unless you enjoy kind of like killing stuff over and over in like the underbelly of Sigil at some point. No, it's not here. So what I'm going to try and do, actually I think she might be in Ragpigger Square, you know? Yeah,
Done.
let's just like leave for now.
I'm gone.
The problem is that because there's like only so much XP to like kind of like go around in the game, if you have plans of actually doing like a specific class, you really need to get that class unlocked as fast as possible.
Alright.
Now for the thief or the rogue, I guess, Flophouse, Ragpigger Square. She might be in like Ragpigger Square actually. For the thief, you actually need to like get to the part of the game where you meet Farod before you, or no, hold on, not Farod. There's like a guy here somewhere, like a small kind of like thief person that can actually teach you how to be one. Oh shit! No, don't go in. Ah, wrong one. She might be in here. No.
Alright.
Go back. No, not
Alright.
here either. Where was Mebeth's house? What the? It's like this one. The midwife's hut. There we go. Okay, found here. But yeah, we can actually be a mage pretty early on if we know to come to talk to Mebeth. And there's like a series of quests that you need to do first before you can do that. But that's like the important thing. This squad old woman looks like she's had all the color bled out of her. Everything from her hair to her shawl to her robe. All are shades of grey. The only splotches of color are on... The only splotches of color on her come from several strange herbs, which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange shh when she moves, like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice the grey shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is a wispy grey, and her eyes are like chips of granite. She frowns when she sees you. And who might you be, The name's Adan. Who are you? With a sly old cackle, she wags her eyebrows. Have ye not heard of old Mebeth around here, the midwife of the square? Have ye not now? She narrows her eyes and her voice drops. Well, now ye have, for I be Mebeth. You're a midwife? What do you do?
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. I said bones right. Drive the cough out of the sick, yank the squealing, stubborn babes, mend cloaks of a rag or two, make cures and herbs and other such. She squints at you, studying your scars. Be needing a cure or three, do ye then? Cures? Aye, ye be needing some cures to look at ya. Do you want to buy some, do ya? She glances at the scars covering your body again, then shrugs. Too late to be asking for them, I think. Not at the moment. I had some questions for you. Are you a witch, Mebeth? Mebeth scrutinizes you. I say not as to what I am and isn't, but watching be wanting to know some fool bad that you found an old woman barking and sniffing for a juicy bit of gossip? No, I want to learn about magic. Can you teach me? Mebeth laughs. Pah! I'm no teacher, no schoolmistress all set up to teach like them in the big fest hall. There's others somewhere, I'm sure, that'll spill the dark of it. You'd be wasting your time with old Mebeth, so you would. No, I don't agree. I think you'd have a lot to teach. Mebeth looks at you intently. Oh, I? Why do you be wanting to learn such things? It's the truth. Because I may need it to solve the mysteries of who I am. After a moment, Mebeth nods. The art may help, it may not, and you must not rely on it to solve all your problems. She sighs. Child, it's most likely only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. I understand. Will you teach me? Ha! Mebeth shakes her head. One should make songs rather than make magic. Songs have more beauty. Magic's been made dull, commonplace, soiled by the mob of people that have trumped to it. I'll teach you, but first you'll need to do some things for me, here.
Like what? Okay, now pay attention to this quest. It's like a bit multi-layered, and all of the stuff that she asks us to get have a meaning. And thankfully, our character has enough intelligence to deduce that meaning. Thankfully. My legs aren't good for working about Sigil, and their servants have Yiran. I need to fetch me some herbs from the market. It's Spireward, easterly and southerly from here, in the Hive Market. Here's a sample. She takes a black seed from her coat and flicks it to you.
Updated my
Examine
journal.
the seed. You twist the black seed in your hand. As you do... Whoop. Wait, I tab out. As you do, you feel a small bite, then a small drop of blood oozes from your thumb. There are tiny barbs on the seed, like teeth. Mebeth snorts. Careful with it. Show it to one of the fruit merchants at the market. They will know what herbs you seek. Very well. I'll return when I have the herbs. Oh, by the way, I need to sell stuff to here. So, like, identify the triangle earring. Rule of 3 earring. Minor copper blessing. You receive this small earring from folding a note in the mouth of one of the walking corpses in the mortuary. It's a beautiful earring, but despite its beauty, all it seems to do is remind you how strange this world you've woken up is. This earring carries a minor blessing from one of the gods of wealth on some backwater prime world. When held in the hand and the word copper is whispered, it gives the wearer 33 copper commons. This blessing can be used 3 times before the enchantment is lost. Which is kind of interesting because we can sell it for more than those 99 coppers, which we will. And the same with the hollow thing. We're going to keep the Tome of Bone and Ash though for like a bit later, but we will sell this. And one of the runes of less... no, hold on. It's like different ones. Why? I thought they were like the same. Okay. I guess we're not selling these. Like, need them for later. And we will buy a Charm of Infinite Recall, which is an identify spell more or less. It sets your lore to 100, which kind of means that you can use one of these and then identify items in your inventory just by right-clicking on them. Let's see. Clot Heart Blood Charm, Dirty Rat Charm, Cranium Rat Charm, Corpse Fly, Cockroach Charm, Bone Charm, Not Charm. Yeah, I don't think anything else at the moment. Divine Sensor is useful, but if we talk to Deonara and we got the Spark of Life ability, then we don't really need Divine Sensor. So it's like a bit of a waste of money. Scroll of Remove Curse might be decent-ish, but that's like way later. I think we can probably like find one without having to buy it from Mebeth. Let's like go do the quest real fast. So yeah, I'm kind of like skipping a few, like I'm doing this before all of the other stuff just so that we can kind of like maximize the XP we get from what's it called? Get as much XP as possible as a wizard rather than do the first 2 or 3 areas as a warrior and then never use the warrior class. Because I'd rather just like finish it as a mage. I never really kind of like finished it as a mage. I'm like way too indecisive on that, I guess. Oh, never mind. It's not like this one. Go back. Like this one. Yes, I think. Yeah, there we go. This older merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. Are you ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the plains, my good man? Mebeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from this seed here. Can you help me? The man takes the seed, looks at it critically. Trying to remember the fast way. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're like doing the midwife's quests. The very interesting midwife's quest, by the way, because they're kind of like interlocking and multi-layered and have like a few layers of meaning to them, which we'll find out soon enough. This is like the bit I'm doing now. I'm just like gonna... You need to go to the Hive Merchant, then go back to Mebeth, then come to Kosajai to get ink, then go back to Mebeth, then go back to the other lady that does that cleans the rugs, I think. And then when you do all of that, she like gives you a spell book, basically. The man takes the seed, looks at it critically. As he presses it between his thumb and forefinger, he winces, and a small drop of blood appears on his thumb. Ah, this seed's got a bite on it. I noticed that. Do you have the herb she's talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has what your friend seeks. To be square, I've never seen such a seed before. You will need someone to cultivate seeds such as this, for I have none. Very well then. Where would I find such a
Updated
person?
my journal.
Don't know the dark of that, friend. He hands the seed back to you. You'd be hard-pressed to find a gardener in the hive. Looks like I'll have to. Thank you for your help. Yeah, we do know where to find the gardener, by the way. So he's like in the area with the bar, right? So I don't know if we can. Oh, yeah, it's like this part. He's here, I think.
All right.
Wait, what? Oh. But I'm just like saying why exactly we need to do all of this before we like go through the areas separately. Mourns for trees. You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who is gazing at the ash-dead tree in front of him. He's mumbling to himself and tapping his chin as he's trying to figure something out. Occasionally, he shakes his head slightly. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you, friend. How's this day find you? It finds me well. He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That's good, friend. Hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly and prefers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I'm saddened just the same. Why's that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the trees here in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left, uncared for, to die. Can you understand that, friend? Yes, you're right. It's a sad thing. He seems surprised and blurts out, Really? Oh, I mean, wonderful. Perhaps you would... He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me now. Well, actually, hold on, because I kind of like want that like combat thing to stop. Oh shit!
All right.
What? Uh-oh. What? Why the hell do they do so much damage?
All right.
That was annoying. There should be like another one later and we need to kill like 3 of them for what's her name? What was her name? Sevtai. Yeah. Look into the matter of the mausoleum. Yeah, we're gonna do that. These two are kind of like linked together. Gardener, art, source of Pharaoh's bodies. Yeah, that's fine. Let's like go back to him. Greetings, I had questions. I need some herbs sprung from this seed. Can you help me? Mourns from trees takes the seed from you and holds it up to his eye. What an odd seed. Are those teeth along the edge? Barbs, perhaps. Where did you come by it, friend? Old Mebeth, the midwife in the square, needs some herbs sprung from that seed. Do you know where I could get some? No. Mourns for trees continues to tear at the seed in his hand. This is the only seed of its kind I've ever seen. He winces and a spot of blood glistens on his thumbs. The barbs on it are sharp indeed. Perhaps you should hold it. So you can't help me either? Unless you can make that one grow, I cannot. Again, I've never seen a seed of its like before, friend. Is there any way to make it grow faster? Mourns for trees looks at the seed. Perhaps if you cared enough to see it grow... Yes.
I'm just like, gonna go with like, what do you mean? Because he does explain like how this works. So the a big like overarching kind of theme with the Planescape theme setting is that belief has power in this setting. Like there's literally an entire race that willed a city out of existence in the primordial chaos of like one of the chaotic planes. And there's literally ways in the game you can believe people, like believe hard enough for people to disappear that they actually poof out of existence. And what we're about to do is kind of similar. What do you mean? This is Sigil, friend. Belief is everything. Everything. From the spire on which Sigil rests to even that tiny shield you hold there. If you believe enough, anything is possible. So yeah, focus on the seal, will it to grow. To your surprise, there is a crack and the seed splits. To your surprise, there is a crack and the seed splits, twigs splitting from its surface like fingers. Instinctively, you drop the seed, but the talon-like twigs wrap around your wrist and will not let go. What the hell's?
Updated my journal.
Mourns for 3 stares at the barb branches wrapped around your wrist, stunned. I think the barbs on those new branches would be more than enough for what your friend needs. I hope she can get this damn thing off of me. Look, before I go, I had some other questions. Okay, let's see. Why are all the trees dying? Just look at your surroundings, friend. Can you imagine anything having an easy life here? And besides, the wretched conditions, the Dabus rarely come to this part of Sigil. Why is that? The Hive's a dangerous place, but that's not it. The Dabus have the lady watching over them, and no one's foolish enough to tangle with your friend. I suppose it's really all on account of Fel. Who is Fel? Fel? He's, well, friend, I'll just say he's the only Dabus that doesn't serve the lady. I don't know the whole dark of it, as they say, but he's shunned by his fellows and lives here alone in the Hive. He runs a tattoo parlor, but most of Sigil is wary of the place. Okay, we're like gonna like talk this later because there's like a thing that he asked us to do later on, but again I kind of want to get back to Mebeth first. Oh shit, another one. God damn it.
All right.
I'm like failing a lot of my rolls today, aren't I? Hey, critical, nice. Also, I could have sworn we can use the... We should have been able to use the... Like the overworld map to do what I'm like doing from area to area. Although, maybe that's later on in the game.
Jellied Hydra eyeballs in aspic. Give it a try. It's delicious. Oh, come on, lady.
Oh, come on, lads. Oh, damn it. I have like center on character just to like do this. Yep, 1 year is like a lot of people that we need to talk to. But I'm gonna be a mage and then I'm gonna go back to mortuary and like start moving properly back there. Mebeth turns as you enter and gives you a skeptical eye. Your path brings you here, does it, child? I returned with those herbs you wanted. Now maybe we can get this damn bramble patch off of my wrist. Is that so? Mebeth glances at the barbs that surround her wrist. If so, think it off then.
Updated my journal.
Creaking and snapping, the black barred branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled ball of brush and twigs. It looks like a nest of dead black snakes. Mebeth snorts. Think it into a picture frame or some such. Something with more structure and less angles. Okay, concentrate on the barred ball and imagine it as a picture frame. The branched ball creaks, the twigs bending and twisting until the branches have bent themselves into a small picture frame, 2 handspans on a side. Almost unconsciously, you imagine shape the barbs on the back of the frame so it can be hung from the wall easily. And as an afterthought, you move the remaining barbs on the inside of the frame so it can be picked up by the edges. How's that?
Mebeth stares at the frame for a moment and then cackles. Ha! Square enough it is. Good work, child, good work. She picks up the frame and scrutinizes. This will do nicely. Is that all you wanted it for? Well, it's enough. She sniffs. But there was one thing I forgot to tell you to fetch when you left last time, and I'll take you back to the merchant square, it will. Look for the cloth seller, Giscorl. He has some rags of mine that he was supposed to wash, and long has it been since I first asked him to do it. You could have mentioned that before I left. Alright, I'll be back.
I feel stronger.
Fuck, we got a level. That sucks. I mean, we got like some hit points. That's useful for a wizard, but I don't want to be getting got like characteristic points. Fighting skills have improved. Yeah, this like goes back into int again, regardless. Int and then wisdom. Just like need 18 int to be able to cast like all the spells that I can get my hands on at the moment. As soon as we're like a wizard, mage. Then we go into wisdom to get the XP bonus. And then what's left goes into charisma to unlock a few of the later skill checks. The much later skill checks. For now, just like more or less good enough to deal with most things. So let's see, Giscor should be this guy here, right? Yeah, there we go. You see a spindly looking merchant with a brush of grey and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He's shaking slightly as you watch. Greetings. Giscorl. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms have a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were one badly burned. I'm here to pick someone's wash. Mebeth, the midwife? Rag Pigger Square? Giscorl blinks. Washcloth? Yes, Mebeth. Rag Pig Square? Rag, Pigger? He taps his fingers as if counting something. I know, I remember. He holds up a trembling finger as if telling you to wait. He comes back with a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper, yet so stiff that they look that they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked with a greenish lime starch that they look like it would take years of soaking to relax them. How many times did you clean these? Giscorl washcloth, starch cloth every 5th day, washcloth, starch cloth every 5th day. His eyes flicker. Giscorl wash many years, always starch cloth on 5th day. Giscorl's ritual. But they're ruined. Washcloth is Giscorl's ritual. His voice is flat, almost zombie-like. Must starch cloth every 5th day. What's the point of doing it every 5 days when they don't need... Oh, never mind, just hand them over. Give cloth. He nods and hands you the rags. They're heavy. It's like carrying an armload of bricks. I'll take them back to Mebeth now. Thanks. So let's see. We
Can't
can...
run while I'm carrying.
Oh,
Can't run while I'm
whoops.
carrying
Yep.
all this.
Yep. I'm not strong enough to be carrying all of these. I think probably not really like needing the scalpel anymore or the fist irons. Like gonna stay with like the hatchet and maybe like the pry bar. And anyway, those are gonna go by the time we become a mage because the only thing we'll be able to use is the green steel knife. So I'm just like gonna keep this one here. But we do need to sell a few things off. What do you have to offer me? Let's see, can we? No? Okay. That's like another merchant.
Can't afford to get caught off guard, Cutter.
Here?
We sell only top of the line.
Here we are, Vassar. I think we can fit you out.
Maybe another time. Gauha. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure there was like one of them that kind of like sold weapons. It's like this one. Yeah, there we go. So this guy will buy the scalpel and the fist irons. Not for a lot, but also I wanted to see if he has like a better dagger than the green steel. No. Battle axe of quality. Yeah, not really. One for piercing, edged. 2/5 piercing edged. What? Why is this one worse than this one? Just like do it like this. Oh, because the other one's a dagger. Never mind. I'm dumb. I did not see that. Okay, thank you. Now let's go back to Mebeth. So it should be like one more where you get the ink from like a squid or something. There's like a fish merchant somewhere here that does that. And then we should be good to go, and we should get some revelations as well. Which is nice. We like revelations in this game. We also like Revelations the game, also known as Persona, but that's for a different time, a different day. Different stream. Mebeth seems lost in twisting the black branch picture frame you made for her. She's squaring the edges and snapping off some of the barred seeds on the branches. She suddenly notices you and sets down the frame. Hi, child? I brought your wash. I think Giscor was a little heavy on the cleaning ritual, though. She takes the stacks of starched green rags from you and examines them critically. At least they won't tear. Or bend. What was with that cloth merchant, Giscor? His hands were all scarred and he seemed slow. Mebeth is still turning the cloth over in her hands, tapping it with her fingers. Well, child, sometimes one burns with the art and other times the art burns ye. Is that what happened to him? Mebeth clicks her tongue. Mayhap. There's some for who using the art is like breathing. They strolls about with pointy hats and stinkweed pipes. Then there's hedge wizards and plain-touch gypsies and fortune casters and half-seers and midwives who flicker with the art. Them have a harder time of it. And Giscor was one of them? Mebeth nods. Aye, so to speak. In some ways he's no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual he was. She sets down the stiff rags. They clunk as she places them on the floor. Aye, now there's one last thing I need from you. Of course, what do you need? Only this. I need some inks for scribing some ingredients to one of my Quiggery books. I'll need you to fetch some from the merchants. Kosa Jai by be her name. Alright then, I'm off. But to do that from Kosa Jai, we also need like a container for that.
Done.
And in order to get a container, we need to speak to the other lady that sells the Quiggery stuff, like the crock pots and like pans and whatever. And that is here, I think. What are you selling right now? I sell plates, cups, jugs, tankards, cutlery, and this like, sir. All of quality, sir, the finest. She steps back and lifts the lid of the crate of the woman behind her. Please, look over my goods. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, we can't actually buy... Yep, we can't actually buy anything yet. We need to speak to Kosa Jai first and then realize what we need to buy off of here. Never mind. Nope, Meira, wrong one. Wait, where was Kosa Jai? She wasn't around here, right? Oh, there we go. Dope. The old woman gives you a gummy smile. Some fish, my child? Fish heads? Mebeth said you sell ink. She sent me to purchase some. Ink? She chuckles. Nay, sir, I sells no ink. I sells just fish. Are you sure? Mebeth, the midwife in Ragpigger Square, mentioned you specifically. Heh, well, Kosa Jaya was me dam's name and me granddam's name, so could be any of us. Yet they're both in the dead book, so only this Kosa Jai matters. No idea what she on about. A midwife in the Pigger Square, you say? Don't know her, I don't. So, you don't have any ink? Well, I can't say that's much of a surprise. I swear Mebeth is having me run in circles. Now, hold on. Your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink, but it may not be the ink you're looking for. The ink I'm thinking of bleeds from the gills of a Brogodafin, it does. But you don't have this Brogodafin, right? She frowns. Aye, thing is, that fish not for eating. It's got a horrible taste, scalds the tongue. You can ask Mayram. She pitches her fish shell down the street the south way. She might have one of them fish he needs on her pole. I'll go seek her out then. Farewell.
Journal.
This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerted with the flow of traffic around here and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Greetings. How? Hello, sir. She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity. Oh my! Here I was thinking you're one of my regular customers. She prefers her fish pole. Tuna, sir? Mackerel? Sea cucumber? No fish, thanks. I had some questions. Her mouth presses down into a tight-lipped frown and she stares off over your shoulder. Oh yeah, there's like a memory you can get here as well. Look behind you. See what she's staring at. You can see nothing of interest behind you. As you turn back to her, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming her staring off into the distance once more. What? Do I look familiar to you? Goodness, no. She pauses for a moment. Aye, you do. Have you seen me before, then? I think ye or a man of your very likeness, sir, was so long ago. Tell me. Well, sir, you see, me sight's not so good now. It wasn't back then neither. But I thought I saw you walking past with a small group trailing along behind you. What did these people look like? It's hard to say, sir. It was so long ago when you walked by so quick-like. But I remember now the way you held your head up. There was a woman following you, trying to stop ye, to get you to turn around and speak to her. But you pushed her away. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was. Looked so sad, so angry all at once. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind you just the same, hustling to catch up. You said there was a group. Who else was there? Well, there was at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. The only one I remember too clearly, though, was tall, thin. Reeked of bob, he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there, even when she bumped against him, trying to stop ye. That's all I remember, sir. Okay, here's some copper for your time. Like 20 copper coins. There you go. She stares at the heaping handful of coins for a moment, as if unsure what to do. You hold them a little bit closer, and she finally takes them, laughing uneasily. Oh my! Why, thank ye, sir. May the lady's shadow pass ye over, and fortune always find ye. Please come and visit me again at any time. Wait, noble spirit? Take it like an achievement? What? Oh, reach good alignment. Okay. Did I? Neutral good? Yeah. But yeah, there's actually a memory you can get here, but I think you may need to have Dakon in your party to do that. Or, come back later. Do you have one? Okay, yeah. Sorry. Have you heard of a Brogoda fin? I was told it bleeds ink from its gills. She blinks and nods. Aye, that fish. That fish is a strange one, it is. Not many have heard of it unless and want to eat it. Difficult to kill, and even in death, it still seems to live. Not many want to latch their teeth around something that still writhes. Do you have one? Aye, but the ink, you'll need something to carry it in. Have ye a bowl or a cup, perchance? Or a tankard. Maybe one of the merchants is selling one. Yep. Yes, they may. They may be. Let's see, what are you selling right now?
Updated my journal.
There you go. Battered tankard. Yes. Well, met again, sir. What can I do for you? I brought a tankard. Can I get the ink from the fish in it? She nods and plucks a fish from her pole. It twitches as she grabs it and starts lashing about as she begins to twist it like a rug. She wrings it until bluish black ichor begins to trickle from the fish's gills. When your tankard is almost full, she relaxes her grip and throws the twitching fish into a sack at her side. Thanks and farewell.
My journal.
Wait, did she give us the ink for free? I never actually noticed this before. Or is it because I gave her the 20 cobbles? I'm actually curious about that. Let's see. Done. Updated my journal. There you go. Mebeth is tugging at the mass of greenish lime starch rags you brought from Giscorl. She seems to be purposely fraying the edges as if to peel them apart somehow. When she hears you approach, she turns. Hi, child? Here's that ink you wanted. Mebeth takes a tankard of ink from you, then sniffs it. Prime ink? Fresh it is, aye. She nods at you. You've done well, child. All I've asked. Now, I ask ye again, after all you've seen, do you still want to learn the art? So this is like a decent dialogue to pay attention to, by the way. Yes. After all, the guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not? Mebeth smiles and nods. Yes, mayhap, child, mayhap. And that's not all. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, did you not? Mebeth nods again, slower this time. Mayhap, child, mayhap. Even so, what did your senses tell you about them? Mourns for trees showed me that my beliefs affect the world around me. Giscorl taught me that the ritual is a wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. Mayram taught me that no matter how much I think I know, there is still much I can learn from another's eyes. Mebeth is silent for a moment, then she walks slowly over to you and touches you on the cheek. Oh, child, she sighs. You will be a master sorcerer one day, you will. You have the knowing of it, yet you've come to old Mebeth for help you have. What could a midwife teach such a one? Much, Mebeth. I want to learn all you have to teach. Yay. So you walk the path then. Mebeth pauses. Well, first things firstly, just having the knack for the art isn't enough. You need some means of giving it focus, usually spells. The spells are usually in a book, so the art demands you have a spell book, or it's like a 4 you can cast spells. Can you read? I don't know. Then let's test it. Can you read this? Mebeth draws forth a small tattered card. It looks like a recipe. Examine the recipe. Yes. It's like a great twist here. The writing on the recipe sweeps before your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try and read it. Almost instinctively, you relax your eyes. Remember what we did in the mortuary with the disabling the giant guards? It's like exactly the same thing, and that sound you heard is related to that as well. Almost instinctively, you relax your eyes, allowing them to take in the page all at once, and the symbols suddenly bleed together. Hey, hi G-Scorpion, how's it going? How are we doing today? The recipe lists measurements, ingredients. It appears to be some minor divination. This is a minor divination, isn't it? It looks like it's a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item, to see whether it's enchanted or not. Mebeth's eyes widen. Who are ye to test old Mebeth so? Are you some fiend? No. Well, not to my knowledge. What's wrong?
Updated my journal.
Well, not expecting it, was I? She nods at the recipe and then plucks it out of your hand. But you see, it's written in the language of the art. If you're not a mageling yet, it should all be... If you're not a mageling yet, it should be all a swirl jumble of mishmash. She snaps her finger. Yet clear as crystal, you pluck the sense of it right up. Mayhap you tell old Mebeth why that is? I think I may have known once, but forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have. No matter. You've just shaved seasons off of your learning you have. Mebeth haramphs. And I've been looking for someone to handle the chores around here. I mean, if you need help with anything around here, you can still ask. It's the least I can do in exchange for you teaching me. No, don't worry yourself about that. She frowns. Well, you can read spells well enough, but spells are no good to you without a book to put them in. Do you have one? Mebeth glances around the hut, then she catches sight of the blackboard picture frame you made. She picks it up carefully and studies it. This will do. That thing? It's just a frame. But so are ye, child. Still holding the frame, she picks up one of the starch rags you got from Giscorl. With a yank, she pulls off the green starch surface film. It flutters in the air like a wispy bit of cloth. Whatever Giscorl uses in the wash, it works better than curing, stretching, and stoning does on a normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. Parchment? She takes the starchy film and pulls it over the blackboard frame, latching the rag's edges onto the hooks around the frame until it looks like a small greenish-black painter's canvas. It's missing something. Well, it needs something painted on. She nods. Or written on. She takes her tongue card of ink you've given her and sets it down next to her. She dips one of her fingernails into the tongue card, then draws it out, mumbling to herself. She begins to scratch symbols onto the frame one by one, still mumbling to herself. All's done. Mebeth stands, drying her ink-stained fingernail on her robe. She tilts her head, regarding the strange framed page in front of her. A page for your spellbook it is. She indicates you should pick it up. Inside your spellbook are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. She taps her head. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put it in your attic, your head, before you can tap their power. Go on. You put them in your attic by studying them, memorizing them. You usually need to rest first before you can do this, though. Any questions? No, Mebeth. Oh, no questions, eh? Well, now, you should have questions. You know all that's about to memorize spells, do you? You're a sharp one. You sure don't need any more of Mebeth's worlds or a goblin up your precious time. You're a master sorcerer already. Forgive me, Mebeth. I meant no questions on what you said. Please explain how to memorize spells. Alright then, here's a dark of how you memorize spells. So it's like basically, like the Dungeons and Dragons thing, where you need to first find something to teach you the spell, so it goes in your spell book, and then depending on your intelligence score, you basically get slots for each level of spells to memorize that many spells per rest. So you memorize them, and when you use them, they're gone until you rest again and re-memorize them. How many spells can I cast? You can cast only one, mayhap 2 spells before needing to rest again. As a tiny fleeting mageling, there isn't much room in your attic, so use your spells wisely until you got wiser in the art. As your power increases, you'll get more room in your attic for spells. Alright, go on. You can only cast spells you've memorized, so if you want to use the art to say meant something twice, you need to memorize that spell. How many times? Twice? Aye, twice, right enough. How can I get more spells? Mebeth shrugs. Keep your eyes and ears out for learning. Even common folk might have some minor magic to teach. There's also scrolls, recipes, books, and even some stranger items that have spells inscribed on them. If you find one, just examine it close and copy it in your spell book if you want it. Got it. I can also show you more spells if you return, especially when you've got a little more of the planes in ye. I appreciate it, thanks. Before you go, child, you need some magic for ye to whet your appetite. Mebeth rummages in her robe, then puts forth 3 small recipes which she passes on to you. You should copy these into your book so they can go into your attic as soon as possible. Thanks, Mebeth.
My journal.
And 5,000 XP. Wait, there's more. Mebeth fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and unrolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. This will protect you in your travels, child. I no longer wear them myself, so go ahead and take them. Thanks again. Alright, child, don't tarry here any longer. One such as ye has other ways to spend one's time rather than hang around old Mebeth. Now come on, Mebeth, you're not old. You flatterer. Your tongue is so lined with silver it shame a batterzoo. Go ye hence. Thanks for everything, Mebeth. Ye can thank me by not playing the alcove with what you've learned. The art's damned many a fool who sought to bend it in ways the art weren't meant to bend. Now get along with ye.
I feel stronger.
We are now a mage. Woo. Yeah. 2 hit points gained from the level, like level 3. I think we need to get back. No, hold on. In this game, you don't get any penalties from swapping to classes, but you only get stat points once you reach like the highest level that like any of your classes has been. So we were like a level 5 what's it called? We were like a level 5 warrior before, so that means we need to be like a level 6 mage before we start getting skill points again. So Bone Charm goes to you. Just like need one of these to learn the spells. Sanctum Key goes here. Crescent Hatchet goes here. Okay, let's see. Shield. Actually, I'm gonna save because I don't remember if...
All right.
Wait, what?
Done. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I don't remember if you can fail memorizing. Sorry, learning the spells. Let's see. Blood Bridge allows user to copy Blood Bridge into spellbook. Usable only by mages. Succeed in learning the spell. Identify. Succeed in learning the spell. Succeed in learning the spell. Greater warding. Armor. And... Wait, we know that already, right? Yeah. So it's like the other one. This. Shield. Wait, no? Have that already? Shield. Armor. Oh, yeah, fair enough. So we can sell those. Okay. So what's like a I think chromatic orb and maybe like armor is the way to go. So basically armor gives you temporary HP and shield gives you AC, like it reduces your armor class. So I might just like want to do this. I don't know, like armor class 3 versus having, let's see, grants an armor class of 6 to the target. Okay, cumulative with dexterity and bonuses. Yeah, I know, it's AD&D rules. But our yeah, I know. But armor class, we start at 10, so... hold on. We start at 10. This sets it to 3. So that's a lot better than the other one, and gives +1 to all saving throws, while this one puts it to 6, but allows you to get like dexterity bonuses. And the spell lasts until the wearer sustains cumulative damage totaling more than 8 points +1 per level of the caster. Okay, so yeah, I think shield is a lot better, and we get like chromatic orb to be able to do some damage. Okay, and I think we can also sell a few of these to Mebeth. Yep, sell this one, sell this one. Yeah, we need the amber earrings. And yeah, magic missile, yes please. That's important to get. Blood Bridge is like a level 2, right? Yeah, we can actually cast this one yet. When cast, the mage can select any living target within touch range and drain life from himself and give it to the target. So it's like a heal. Swarm Curse is also level 2. So not just yet. Horror Luck, I think Luck is 3. No, 2. Knock is also 2. I actually am going to... I should buy this. Knock is very useful because now we no longer have the ability to bash stuff open, unfortunately. So until we get Anna way later in the game. Blindness, Blood Bridge. I can buy just like a Scroll of Identify and be done with it for now. Can I actually sell anything else? No. Amber Earrings, +2 to armor class. Memorize 2 additional first level mage spells. Ooh, okay. I didn't remember this one. So yeah, earrings. Yay. Copy spell, and we get like 2 magic missiles to boot. Yep. Oh, we can actually do like a level 2 spell. Nice. It's kind of like a heal actually, but I don't know if I'm gonna be using that much. Just like rest, and now we have some spells to be using. Let's like go check the... Let's see, Dustman request, mortuary reminder. We don't actually need this, but I hate just like dropping stuff. So what I'm gonna do is... Firstly, we're gonna go back to Gathering Dust Bar, because we need to go do a dungeon there.
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
So let's see. Bane Descender. Oh, you know, we should have gone by the market to... yeah. Now, where's like an easily accessible container in here? Like this place doesn't have any, right? Yep.
Done.
Maybe we should probably rest to make it daytime. Nope, wrong.
Done.
There we go. Where's like a container that we will always have access to while we're in Sigil? I think the one in the Gathering Dust Bar is decent for that regard. Just like gonna drop all the stuff that I don't really need, like the receiving room logbook. Hold on.
What?
And all of the notes that the Most is carrying. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna like keep the key though, because I don't really know if that's gonna be useful. And the cobblestone. This I'm gonna keep for now. These don't really sell for much, so I might just like get rid of them, the wooden clubs. And I'm gonna keep the left arm just in case. I'm gonna give all this junk to Mort. I'm gonna keep the Tome of Blood and Ash though, because I do not remember if you can use it anyplace else. But we'll see. Okay, so now we can like more or less start actually doing quests and stuff. Well, one quest. It's gonna take like a while here, but we can do it. It's like a dungeon in here that we need to clear for what's his name? Norosh. Or rather like a mausoleum. The spectral figure materializes from the gloom of the passageway ahead and quickly moves to block your path. It floats before you, its once human feature twisted in a mask of rage. Defilers, leave this place at once. Greetings. Leave now. Its booming voice echoes down the halls. This place is forbidden to the living. Leave while you still can. I have some questions first. Seek your answers elsewhere. This place is a sanctuary for the dead. I shall not permit their slumber to be disturbed by the intrusion of yet another insolent mortal. Wait, another? Has someone else been here? If you must know, yes. There is another intruder who even now continues to violate the sanctity of these hallowed halls. The anger in the spirit's voice fades. He seems somewhat saddened by the admission. The souls of my brothers and sisters cry out for peace. Why don't you drive the intruder away? I cannot. The coward has sealed himself within the inner chamber of the mausoleum. He has erected powerful walls that bar my entrance into the chamber. It is from there that he calls upon his dark arts to awaken my brethren and bends them to his evil will. Perhaps I may be of assistance to you? The spirit remains silent for several long moments. You can almost feel the weight of his lifeless gaze upon you. Yes, you might prevail where I have failed. If you will pledge to rid me of this blackguard, I shall grant you passage. What say you? Oh, okay, I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. So be it. The spirit slowly begins to fade until only the echoing of its disembodied voice remains. But take heed. Tread lightly in these halls lest you join the others in eternal rest. Yep.
I'm gone.
There's gonna be a few things here. There's also traps in here, by the way. And
I'm gone.
like up until now I don't have like any reasonable way of disarming them, I guess. I don't actually remember. Can you? No.
All right.
What's up? Okay.
Nope, there we go.
Done.
I'm just like try and lure them with
Yeah, good as done.
hey, come on. What the? Come on. Get over here.
All right.
Yep. Spells are really good in this game. Oh, most of them.
Huh? Okay.
All right.
Damn it.
All right.
So I remember some of these are supposed to be like lootable, like one of the side panels, but oh shit, I don't remember which one.
All right.
Damn it.
Uh-oh, Mort, use your ability.
Done.
What's up, Chief?
No?
All right.
Did we get it stuck? Yeah, we got it stuck. That's fine. I don't mind.
Damn it.
Oh. How did we even do that?
Damn it.
Hey,
Done.
a bit better XP there.
Done. I'm gone.
Yep.
Done.
There we go. Those are like the traps. Yay.
Die.
What's up?
That was a lucky critical there.
Damn it.
Die.
Did you see that?
All right.
Okay, this goes into the inner sanctum, so we don't really want to do that just yet. Because I probably don't want the nameless one to be like up the forefront.
Good as done.
All right.
Yep. There's a trap on this one, I think, as well. I think we can also rest here, but probably not a good idea just yet.
Done.
Because if you try and rest in combat areas, there's usually a moderate to high chance to actually get like a random encounter in. Come on. Come on. There you go.
Done.
Did you see that?
All right.
But I will probably rest before entering the final sanctum, I guess. Because I think there's only like 3 of the tall dudes actually, so shouldn't be like that much of an issue. Okay, just like get one of them. There you go. So nice. I think they did this because of like how zoomed in the view was. Like normally I think it's like something like as close as this, so you can actually see past the fog of war. So they kind of made it so that like all the enemies are very, very slow, and you can typically kind of like outrun them, and they won't chase you past their own kind of like field of view. Which is also why that character I was mentioning, Nordom, is so useless in this game. Because everything is like so zoomed in, you don't have like a lot of chances to have like a long-range character. I wonder if he's now like a bit more viable though. Because of, you know, the ability to zoom out so much. So this one I think loops around on the other side. Somehow. Inner chamber, yeah, this one I think loops to here somewhere. Let's see. Yep, go back. Fine, let's fight both of them.
I'm gone.
See that?
I'm gone.
So I'm still almost sure like one of these is lootable. It's like a small one that you can't really like tell that it's actually a container, but you can't totally do that. I don't remember which one it was though. There's like so many of them. Uh-oh. Go back, go back, go back. I've never actually tried like speedrunning. I've never actually tried like rushing into becoming a thief though, because I kind of wonder if you can come here and just, you know, like disarm all of the traps, because that's kind of like the one of the things that thieves do in this game, or like most Infinity Engine games actually. But yeah, they've got like the ability to detect traps among other things.
I'm gone. Die. All right.
Nope. Yeah, it was painful. Let's see, it's like one here and one here. We're like robbing graves. Aren't we heroic?
Damn it.
Done.
Yep. Go back. Yeah, this kind of brings you over to here. So where was that? I'm just like gonna like tab to see if I can see it anywhere, because I'm pretty sure like one of these you can actually, there's like a panel that you wouldn't really tell, but you can actually loot. Maybe it's like not in here. Well, at any rate, we kind of need to go to the inner sanctum now. I'm just gonna try and like rest here a bit. Hope for the best. I mean, at worst, we're gonna get like some skeleton spawning, I guess. It's too dangerous to rest here. Really? Okay. Uh-oh. Yep, that's a problem. Strahan Runeshadow. You see a mid-sized man in long robes of deep black. His hair is neatly coiffed, and an impeccably trimmed goatee complements his handsome features. Noticing your arrival, he puts down the book he was writing in and strides confidently over to you, smiling. Impressive! I must admit, I never thought you would make it this far. I'm glad to have disappointed you. Are you the one responsible for all the Walking Dead? Who am I is of no consequence to you. What I want is the question that should concern you most. As he speaks, he looks you up and down as if somehow fascinated by you. Very well. What do you want? He takes a step back and cocks an eyebrow. I want your blood. Is that some kind of threat? The man starts to answer but stops himself abruptly. An evil smile spreads across his face and he begins to laugh. Yes, I suppose it is. He continues to laugh even harder at his own private joke. I run away. Yep.
Done.
Yeah, this kind of sucks, but we need to leave and go rest. I could use my spells before doing this, honestly, and some more health as well.
All right.
So we'll do just that.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gone.
I think this is probably also enough to give me another level as the nameless one. Wait, what? Did the skeletons respawn? Okay, was that always a thing?
All right.
Did you see that?
Die.
Did you see that?
Damn.
Huh. I do not remember this being a thing, by the way. But sure. Go.
What?
Okay, taunt and magic missile.
What a waste of arms and legs.
And more magic missile. And chromatic orb. There we go.
I'm gone.
I think they just like die now. Yeah. Lovely. You haven't seen the last of me. Yeah. Oh, holy crap. Gibbon, hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? How was the oh, Simply Uber. It's a Golgorade. Yes it is. So how's everyone doing today? My fellow and Funky Lamps, and of course Gold Gibbon himself. And oh, holy crap, Funky Lamps, thank you for the follow. And also Desi Fox, am I getting that right? Desi, yeah, Desi Fox. Hey, welcome, how's it going? How was Doom, I want to say. Oh, and Desi Fox, thank you for the follow as well. It's like caught me right at the end of the dungeon. That's nice.
Yeah, how was, I think Doom Eternal, right? Let's see, Ice Knife. Oh yeah, we get Ice Knife, nice. Just like save before I try and copy. Yay, we got it. Bracelet. Identify with a scroll. Magus Guard. Armor class 6, only usable by mages. Consider standard equipment for any adventuring mage. Bracelets such as this can be found across the plains. Judging by the markings on this particular bracelet, it appears to have been made in a style quite common to sigil. Various glyphs of wording are meticulously carved along the surface, producing an almost hypnotic effect when looked at. When worn, this bracelet protects the wearer from normal attacks as if they were wearing scale armor. I'm playing those old romantic classic games. Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know if they're like romantic or anything, but this is like basically what I grew up on. I have like a very, very soft spot for them, generally. Although I am also not above kind of like swearing out at them sometimes if they don't behave, which is unfortunately a common thing to happen. Especially if you go like a few years before this, which is like old DOS games or like Windows 95 that don't really run on newer systems that well. Okay, we've got like more spells. I play Nox. I actually do own like the... well, it's not in Reach, but I do own the physical version of that up there somehow. Actually, give me just a moment. It's in one of those boxes in there. Nox was fun. Yes, it was. It was like a kind of like fresh perspective on like the whole Diablo thing at the time where kind of like Diablo 2 was, you know, the big player in the field, I guess. I did not like the protagonist of Nox a lot, but the combat was fun. It also did like a very interesting thing where, well, basically each character started at a different place in like the world, and their stories kind of like converge towards like the end of the game to the final areas, I guess. So like the if you like rolled a warrior, you kind of like started in like the warrior citadel. If you rolled the mage, you started from the mage academy, and through the course of the game you kind of like went through the other starting areas. But in like a different order, I guess. Strength? Oh, strength, okay. And this is a dagger. I don't have a scroll though. I should probably have used the charm. That sucks. What about Little Big Adventure? Ooh! I've only ever played the second one, and I've never finished it because I could not figure out the controls. But yeah, I remember that. It's like the first one is like Twin Sense Odyssey, and then there's like I think it was just Little Big Adventure 2. I want to say that one was also fun, but I could never figure out the controls. Fun fact: I do actually own it on Steam. Also, we got like a nice dagger for casters here, which is nice. I do own it on Steam, and I was kind of thinking maybe at some point I should get around to streaming that. Have the first one on PS1. That's like Twin Sense Odyssey, right? That's like a... that brings back memories. It was like such a weird game. Hey, we got a skull. Nice. I don't know what or why or how, but we got a skull. Yep, there we go. As you step into the corridor, the guardian spirit materializes before you. Its ghostly countenance regards you benevolently. I thank you. You have done me a great service. The spirits of my charges sleep quietly once again. Go in peace, friend. The apparition fades away, leaving you alone in the deserted halls of the mausoleum. Oh, got a level. More spells? Yes. 1 hit point. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. We have like a very shitty HP die for wizards, but yeah, that's fine. We don't need it if we got like enough spells to cast. Get like Ice Knife. Actually, I think I'm gonna get like 2 Ice Knives. It's like better than trying to play healer. So, shower. Hey. Can I read and run? No worries. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I still need to play Eternal. I haven't. I've almost finished the first one, like the achievements and stuff, but I'm just missing the last two for grinding and... Oh, shit. Hold on. I need to not be here. I need to finish the last two in, like, the multiplayer maps, and that kind of sucks. I need to grind to, like, basically Echelon 6? No, Echelon 8, I think. Are we moving? Yeah, we are. Okay. I need to grind to Echelon 8 to get like a Cyber Demonic Armor and a Demonic Armor or something. Oh, this is nice. Got like a combat log here. Cool. That's an enhanced edition feature as well. But yeah, other than that, I finished that. I've got like all of the other achievements, thankfully. Arcanum. Yes, I see you're like a man of culture yourself. I say. I never actually finished that either. I also have the Steam. Oh no, hold on. I have the GOG version that I kind of want to stream. I do also own the physical copy somewhere up there, but yeah. It's like says. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. Sorry, Mana. It's the you have like the same color as Gold Given on the chat, and I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. Yeah, I my bad. You've got like the exact same purple as Gold Given does. So I'm like, yeah. He was saying about like Nox and stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Arcanum also kind of makes sense. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, Nox and but like Little Big Planet. I think. What was it? Yeah, Little Big Adventure. Sorry, got the fancy diamond. Yeah, but he's got the bluish crown. So basically, the way I have this like all set up, the right screen is the game, and out of the corner of my eye on the left screen, I have the chat. So I kind of like try to pay attention to that as much as possible, but I like my field of vision doesn't really like see the icons so much, which is fun fact also why I usually don't really like talk to like see if people are subscribed unless I get like the alert or anything. But yeah, it's like it's the same color, so I was like kind of like you know, going back and forth the screen. So I thought I was still talking to Gold Gibbon. I'm sorry. But yeah, Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. That was like a nice game, though. I don't think I've ever played any other games that are kind of like steampunk plus fantasy. Are there? I mean, like, Arcanum is basically Steamworks plus Fantasy Fallout, right? So it's done by the same, well, some of the same people. So, you know, it's comparable, I guess. I do have it like up there, and I also have like the GOG version, but I haven't played it yet. Like I haven't like done anything. Oh, holy crap! Free needles. Okay, hi, free needles. Emote. What the? Is it supposed to be like emotes or something? Hi, thank you for the raid. Jesus Christ, why do you have so many people today? How's it going? How are we doing? Free needles. Ooh. Nice username, I guess. Hold on. Actually, try to get like free needles. Hey, also, let's see. Manafei and Violent Knight. Hi. Emote. I keep reading that in like a robotic voice, like emote. Doing good. Extended Shadow. Wait, extended how? Wait, what Shadow Warrior games? Like the 96 one, the FPS, or like the newer one, the 2017 one, 2017, 2018, 2016, and like a Shadow. There's like a Shadow Warrior 2 as well, right?
Last saw you when you played Lands of Lord. Oh yeah, that's right. You were in my. I remember. We were talking about Rix and his stuff. Oh, 97. Fair enough. Oh wait, there was like a. That's the 97 edition is the one that were given out for free on Steam on some time. Mana Face suggested. Oh, thank you as well. Also, yeah, welcome everyone. How was Shadow Warrior? I've only played like the. Oh, holy crap! Thank you for the follow as well. I need to change my alert sounds. To no rush for now. Thank you for the raid and welcome everyone. I think a lot of new people that I haven't seen before. So yeah, for the benefit of everyone, Gregor doing a mixture of variety, retro, and whatever other kind of game I kind of feel like playing. So that's not saying much. I also do funny voices. I don't remember what voice I gave Norosh, but we're gonna find out soon. So how was Shadow Warrior? Suspicious name with 3 needles. Yeah. I mean, it's not something you want to be advertising, right? But yeah, I remember talking with Manafe about like the stuff of Rix. I think we were talking about it and I like went on like a 5-minute kind of like what's it called, kind of like a, you know what's interesting kind of thing, because I remember you can actually get like up to 3 stuffs of Rix from like Rix in the game. You can pickpocket one from him, you can get one from his corpse, and then you can kind of like loot him while he's it's a lot better. Oh, really? Streaming for a while, but it's the first shooter on the channel. Okay, fair enough. I like to talk about stuffs. Oh my. Yes. I don't know if you were around for that, but I did manage to finish it, even though there was like a bug at the end with when you fight what's his name, Raziel, the cloak guy. I don't remember. I think at least that's what his name was. Jaquel, thank you. Why do I think Raziel? Raziel is like the guy from Soul River, isn't he? Yeah. Jaquel. Yeah. We did get like a bug there. I don't know if you were around for that, but we almost kind of like whiffed the entire playthrough because of him not spawning. I think he got like stuck in a corner or something. And then I kind of like went up to him and started spamming the attack with God, what was it? It's like the gun from the Command and Conquer world. I forget what it's called though. Jeez. It was like good times. I'm sad to say that was like the last like fully retro game that I did, like multi-stream, like multiple streams kind of thing, because yeah, I don't know if you've been around for like recently, but we are actually doing some challenges this year. I'm doing a year of retro thing where once a week on a Saturday usually I try out old retro games that I've never played before. How am I liking Planescape Torment? I did like an intro to this last time. It is one of my top 5 best games of all time, and like from like the day that it actually got released, I finished it like maybe 10 or 12 times so far. It's gone to the point that I remember like where specific quests start. So we actually sequence breaked a little bit to go become a mage before doing all of the quests, which is, you know, kind of nice, because now it means that for once I can actually min-max my mage. What's his name? Nameless one. Okay, this is not... Okay, that's weird. I'm a fan of retro games. Mostly only watch retro games. Yeah, I know. I have like a very soft spot for those. I really enjoy retro games. Well, mainly because of nostalgia, if I'm being honest. But you know, again, there's like a. Actually, I haven't like shown it. Haven't like showed it off in the last 5 minutes or so. So sadly, like all of my collection is in boxes now because we're like kind of like in between moving from place to place. There we go. But yeah,
those are all like pre-95 games. Like most of them, like maybe pre-2000, because there's like there's like Grim Fandango, which I think is like 2002. But yeah, anyway, there's like old games that I kind of like grew up on, and I just can't like bear to part with them. they're like my babies. By the way, the missus is like in the other room, and like if she hears me talking about baby, she's gonna freak out. So, how is this to stream? Well, yeah, they are very slow games. If the people that like you kind of like generally attract, or like the people that like to watch you are like more of like in the fast-paced kind of thing, then I would not recommend any of the, you know, Planescape, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dales, like old CRPGs like Might and Magic and stuff like that, because it kind of like crawls to a halt every time you get like a dialogue like this. But I really enjoy trying to do the voices for these characters. So I'm actually kind of like 6 hours into this game, and we've only done like the first mini dungeon, which is the catacombs we just left from. And we became a mage, but that's kind of, you know, that's kind of immaterial. I just like needed to do that to not lose out on XP. But yeah, if you're used to doing more fast-paced games, then probably not the category you want to stream in, unless you're doing like something like a challenge or a speedrun or something. But playing them the intended way, with like going through the story and doing all the quests and the dialogues and the stuff, it's probably gonna be very, very slow. It's probably gonna be something like streaming a text adventure at some point. Yeah, which I may or may not be thinking of doing at some point. Like maybe one of the Zorks that I haven't played, or I don't know, Enchanter. I would love to do like a Mind Forever Voyaging, because that's like a hell of an interesting game. I think it's tend to read all text, your throw is dying. Yeah, I would recommend having multiples of this for that. My voice usually is like slightly higher pitched, but yeah. So let me just like try read some. You see Norosh. He's pulling at one of his spikes of hair and using it to scratch a spot on his face. You can't help but think he'd look better with dreadlocks. I found out what was going on in the mansion. The dead sleep again. Oh, hold on, I'm not getting the voice right. Updated my journal. Yeah, there we go.
Updated my journal.
Yeah. I love doing that. Gained items and 1000 XP. Nice. Norosh's lines of worry smooth out as you speak. Thanks, give I. He reaches into his robes and draws forth a large bag which he hands to you. Copper coin, thrice 100, and... He reaches into his robe again and throws a roll of bandages to you. Need these bandages more than I, you seem. By the way, Emoric told me to speak to you about another matter. Emoric sent you to me. He studies you for a moment, then sighs and points at himself. Noroj is Dustman. Guard. Serve Dustman interest. Protect Dustman interest. Protect Dustman reputation. The man sighs again. In the hive, many thieves. One thief wears robes of Dustman, but a Dustman no. There's a thief disguised as a Dustman?
Updated my journal.
Norosh? Oh my god, I can't like pronounce that. Norosh? Well, Norosh nods. Find him I cannot. Important to the Dustman it is. I could... updated my journal. I could track him down for you. Norosh nods again. For making my troubles your troubles, copper coins will I pay. Find the not Dustman, deal with him, then return. Norosh will wait. Very well. I will return when I have found this not Dustman. Farewell. So what did we get? Like, oh, bandages. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, right. I should read this one as well. It's like the guy that the necromancer that we killed. This leather-bound tome is cracked and worn with age. Some sort of crest has been burned into the cover. You can make out a series of interlocking triangles centered around the initials SR. The writing upon its pages has faded considerably, but the last few entries seem to have been penned recently. But what's the voice that we gave this guy? Yeah, there we go. Day 2 of the 127th year of Factal Hashkar's reign. At last, I have found it. The missing page of the Aptar's grimoire is now in my possession. As I had guessed, the page details the necessary components for the casting of the final transformation spell. I have all but one of the components. A drop of an immortal's blood is all that stands between me and the eternal power of lichdom. But where can I find such a rarity? I should seek the answers through divination. Mind me asking, where am I? Oh, broadcasting from? Cyprus. Wait, is like my bitrate down? Oh no. I hope not. Also, hold on. Yeah, talking about the throat thing. Wow. Water. I would also recommend a lot of tea if you're trying to do like a reading out loud stream. Tea helps. Maybe some herbal one with like a dash of honey in it as well. If you like it that way, it like helps soothe the throat afterwards. Day 14 of the 127th year of Actul Hashkar's reign. After days of taxing divination spells, I finally have my answers. The divinations revealed the location of an immortal to be somewhere within an ancient mausoleum, located in the hive section of Sigil. I must make haste. I must find this creature and draw its blood before it moves on. Day 15 of the 127th year of Actul Hashkar's reign. Blah blah blah. I have arrived at the mausoleum. Immediately I was set upon by a shade that guards the remains of those interned within the place. I managed to elude the spirit and found my way into what appears to have been some sort of inner sanctum, protected by some minor wards to prevent any further interventions by that supernatural tweet. I have set about raising some of the locals to conduct a search for the immortal. If the divination was accurate and the immortal is here, then likely it is interned within one of these many crypts that line these halls. It is only a matter of time now. Day 17. I am not alone. Someone has entered the mausoleum and is interfering with my servants. Could this be the one I seek? The divination revealed that only that I would find the immortal here. Could it be that my presence in this place has prompted that which I seek to seek me out? What a delightful twist. I shall have to... Yep. That's like when we came in and killed the guy.
I've never seen something
So,
so ugly
okay,
I've
what
not.
do we need to do now? We need to kill one more starved dog thingamajig down here. Southwestern? Yeah, right? I think so. Yeah, okay. So we just like need to aggro one more of those. Let's see. Should be like one or two around here. No? Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. There we go. Lovely. I just like get one of them to come. Or two of them to come. Do I have any spells? Yeah, I do. Fine. I was like, deal with them fast. And the other one. This one's gonna run away. Nope. Don't aggro more. Okay, we killed 3 of them. Now we can go back to Seftai. So let's like deal with this guy as well. Because the problem is I'm gonna want to go back to like Fel's place afterwards. So it might be better to just like clear them out. Dude, why are you not attacking? What the? Oh, okay. They're playing tabletop games. Unfortunately, not. There's like not much of a market. Like there's not much of an like audience or like fandom for those around here. Sadly, so it's quite hard to like get a group going. Which is not to say I wouldn't mind. I would mind, but I used to play some in college actually. That was fun. Although it wasn't like for like that many sessions, to be honest. We only like got together like once a week, and not for that much time either. So it's like the there we go. That's the last one. You die. Wait. Oh, he despawned.
Done.
Huh. Okay, that's the first one. But yeah, now we've killed enough to go back to Seftai and get the reward. I think I'm like close to leveling again. No. Maybe with Mort? No. Okay. Need to clear a few more quests to do that.
Done.
Wait, do you play D&D? Like I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure Alinor is around at the moment, but We do have like one of the regulars here that does D&D online. Like I want to say like Roll20. He's using that platform. And up to a point, like he was actually DMing a few sessions as well, which is kind of nice. You again. The woman turns to face you, her lips peeling back in a snarl. Do you have news for Seftai? I updated my journal. Yeah, I found the starved dogs barking and penned 3 of them in the dead book.
Updated my journal.
Yep. The powers be not blind in their justice this day. The woman reaches into her spider-like hair and draws forth a copper earring. Here you are. A pretty bit it should fetch. 'Tis worth 33 coppers at least, I'm sure. It belonged to one of me sisters, but she won't be needing it anymore. Very well. Farewell, Seftai. Hey. Yay. Actually get like a... Yeah, it's like a regular copper earring. So, quests. Craddock. Yeah, we know how to do that. For ingress, we need to go to the smoldering corpse bar. Let's see how... we should probably rest to get our spells back. Although, I don't think we're gonna do like much combat until the end of the stream. But better safe than sorry, I guess.
Alright.
So yeah, go to Craddock first of all. Because there's like a few vendors that I need to talk to there as well. Been playing online with people since the pandemic. Yeah, I mean it's like that here as well. Like we're not in like we're not anymore in like a major lockdown. But a lot of us are just like working from home if they can, me included. The missus used to do that as well, but they've kind of like got less people in the office now, so she kind of like has to go work regularly, like on weekdays. But yeah, you know, I'm like it's kind of been like that here. Actually, here they have us like sent like a text message to be allowed to go out, which is kind of funny, I guess. I understand like it's necessary, but you know, also kind of funny. In a way. Let's see, items at prices. Oh yeah, hold on. Just like sell these. And also sell the dagger and the axe. Let's see, green steel dagger. Yep. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. Just like keeping the left arm. I don't actually remember if like any of the jokey items that you get at the start of the game are useful anywhere. So I'm just like keeping everything. It's like a hoarder's like worst game. So let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Craddock. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He's hunched slightly, as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings. The man glances at you, down at you, and his frown deepens. Aye? What are you sniffing around here for? You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to you? I come with a message from Bane the Sender. The message states, the shipment must be cursed by the 3rd day or there will be a penalty. By the hells! Can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it here there? Alright then, your message has found its way to their right ears for all the good it will do. Sorry for leaving so soon. No, it's okay, it's fine. Again, thank you for raiding and thank you for considering dropping by. Hope you have a nice lunch and be seeing you around hopefully. Have a nice rest of the... Wait, you're like in like the States, so that means have a nice noon, afternoon, something like that, I guess. if I'm like doing my time conversions correctly, because it's like a bit past midnight here. Let's see. Well, what's the problem? Look around ye. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace and scowls. These laggards and halfwits can barely keep up with the laws as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time? Do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. July's gone missing since this morning. I need him back now. July? Where did he go?
That hive-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse when he should be here helping us. Worthless sod. I could go find him for you. Oh, ye could ye? Craddock squints at you. And now, why would you do that? Jeez, like everyone's like so cynical in this game. I love that. You need the help, don't you? It doesn't sound like you can spare the time to go looking for him, and there's work to be done. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye, you find July. You tell him to drag his worthless bob-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for their trouble. When you found him, now get. All right, I'll go look for him.
Updated my journal.
Okay, Rick Wind as well. Oh, not in here. Go back, go back. Also, this I think like the alley of like the angles thing. I don't remember what it's called. I'm just like finishing this. There's like a lot to do, especially in the marketplace area, and there's like one thing with like Mar here as well. Let's see what else. Malt here also.
Done.
Oh, wait, where am I? Okay, Bane the Sender, there we go. You see Bane the Sender. As you approach, he looks at you hopefully. Were you successful in finding Craddock, good sir? Yes, I passed along my message, although it didn't seem to please him any.
Updated my journal.
Bane doesn't seem to have heard any word after yes, for he smiles and heaves a sigh of relief. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir, thank you. He reaches into his robe and puts forth a handful of coins, which he counts out, then hands to you. 45 commons for delivering a message, eh? Fair enough. Oh, more than fair, good sir, more than fair. I can say without hesitation that there is no finer profession in all sigil than that of a runner for this House of Senders. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell, Bane. Yay. More quests done. July no Roche, Ingress, again, yeah. So I think the thief that's disguised as a dustman is also somewhere in like this area. So I guess we can kind of like go do that dialogue before we wrap it up for tonight. Let's see. I don't think it's Malt though. I think it might be. Let's see. No, sorry. Malt is a collector. Where's like the? There's like one of the dustmen around here. Maybe he's like outside the bar.
Done.
So by the way, if you're kind of wondering whether like these like unique individuals that I'm not talking to are, like the Abishai and the Githzerai and all of those are like beginner traps more or less until you have like the correct stats, because they are very angry for whatever reason, and no matter what you try to tell them, they will 99%. Oh, there we go, Ashmantle. 99% of the time they will try to attack you. Just like gonna quick save to show you. And they are very, very dangerous. This one I can't actually kill at this moment. And even like a full party at this level, it's probably going to be like a handful, if I manage to. This black-scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. Wow, Chief! Mort cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Bar that! You don't want to be rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street. Leave be. I wanted to ask it some questions. No, you don't. Mort glances at the creature, then turns back at you and lowers his voice to a whisper. They're touchy. Let's just go. And the game does warn you about it, by the way, so that's nice. Okay. You see a dustman in long black robes and a pale face. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused and is glancing about as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Greetings. The man seems relieved that you are speaking to him. He bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ashmantle, one of the Dustmen sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I'm looking for a certain establishment, a bar that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place?
You know, there's been talk that there's a pickpocket masquerading as a dustman around here. Maybe you know him. Oh, it's like another memory that we can get here. I just remembered. The man looks at you innocently, but you see him tense up. I'm sorry. Grab his hand. Oh, did I? Yeah, I screwed up. Whoops. Do we need like a certain dexterity to do that?
All right.
Yeah, I think we do. Let's like try that again. No, that's not correct either. There's like a way to coax him into picking your pocket, and you get like a memory out of that. Okay. Oh, the Dustman Bar. It's by the mortuary. Orient yourself by the mortuary front gate, then walk directly southward. You can't miss it. The Dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. The people of the Hive are rarely helpful in some matters. In such matters. Tell me about it. Say, can I ask you some questions? Can you tell me a little about the Dustman? He pauses for a moment, then nods. It would be my pleasure. We, the Dustmen, recognize this life for what it is. An opportunity to experience our passions before the next life. We sift through the dust in our past lives for meaning before the next. Nope, that's not correct. Just like gonna go through all of this because I'm pretty sure he's going to... Let's see. Farewell, there we go. You would have missed it if you hadn't been warned about the Dustman pickpocket, but during one of his low bows, you see Ashmantle's hand dart out of your purse. Okay, there we go. Allow Ashmantle to pick your pocket and observe his technique. Get like a very good chunk of XP there. Under the pretense of giving him additional directions to places in the Hive, you engage Ashmantle in light conversation and secretly study his movements. Ashmantle seems to rely primarily on his Dustman facade to disarm his victim, and uses his frequent bowing motions to cover his pickpocketing attempts. You make a mental note of his technique, just as he makes another attempt to reach into your purse. Fuck. Yeah, that's no good. So how do we solve this? I really want to like catch him red-handed in the act. Oh, you know what? I think like slightly higher dexterity might do it. So...
Done.
Let's go pay a visit to Fel. So I mentioned on the first stream, if you might have noticed, we have like a few slots for tattoos. And that is because you can actually buy tattoos that are equipable that, well, they do like a variety of things. In this case, I'm gonna get, let's see. You can get a few that increase your stats. So, tattoo of accuracy, to hit armor class, +1 to damage, +1 to strength. Wait, spirit, actions like this one, dexterity. Can actually get like 2 of these. See if that helps. Now we should have 11 dexterity average. Maybe I need one more. Can I afford one more? Yeah. Let's see, we need to be above average. Wait, 12 is still average? 18 is exceptional, right? Genius level, okay, yeah. 16 is exceptional. Exceptional, average, so it's like 13. Maybe we can like go try with 12 and see if that works. Because I really do want to like try and like catch him red-handed in the act. And him not running away. There's like a lot of interesting dialogue to be had there.
I'm gone.
Okay, there we go. Let's like save again. Greetings, blah blah blah. God damn it. That was bad. Yeah, no. Oh. Well, this isn't good. I hate it. So I guess we need to wait a little bit to get like either better tattoos or to level up a little bit and put another couple of points into dexterity. Because I really want to get this interaction. You can't actually do it unless you've got like high enough dexterity, unfortunately. And the only way to raise it is either go buy tattoos that give you the stats, or to level up and put the stats in yourself. Kind of sucks. Guess we can try like buying some of the food stuff here. That's like interesting. We meet again. Some sea plums today. Arborian fire seed. What do you have? All manners of delicacies to delight your palate, my good man. Arboreal fire seeds, garbar root, Elysian pears, crimson lotus petals, Bitobian shepherd's bread, shift spice from the chaos of limbo, and sea plums are what I have at the moment. Merely 5 covers for a taste of anything you'd like. Okay. Try some fire seeds. Don't swallow them, simply spit them out when they're finished tingling. He smiles and offers you a handful of small red seeds. Pop them into your mouth. The seeds, sweet and tasting faintly of cinnamon, become warm and tingle in your mouth. It takes a moment for you to realize that they're actually burst into flame. Soon, however, the sensation dies out and you spit them into the gutter. Let me try something else. Let's see, garba root. He offers a small brown cube of what looks to be rubbery vegetable matter. It is quite chewy. Do not swallow it, but spit it out when it no longer has taste. So that's basically like chewing gum. The root, initially quite hard and difficult to chew, has a sweet, syrupy taste. Soon it becomes soft and gummy, and you find yourself merrily smacking away. Eventually, though, the flavor dies off and you spit the gooey brown wad into the gutter. Did I get a pear? He proffers you the largest, juiciest looking pear you've ever laid your eyes on. These are my favorites, the old merchant chuckles. So sweet. Reminds me of my youth. There is nothing supernatural about this pear's flavor, but it may well be the best you've ever had. Did I get some petals? The old man offers what looks like small brownish red flakes. Upon closer inspection, they are revealed to be dried flower petals. This may make you a bit dizzy, my good man, so take care once you've eaten them. Pop. The petals melt quickly on your tongue, leaving behind an odd but not quite unpleasant aftertaste that you can't place. Despite the old merchant's warning, however, you don't feel the slightest bit disoriented. He seems slightly disappointed to see it has no effect on you. Can you get the bread? He offers you 2 thick slices of spiced nut bread. They are very aromatic, smelling of carrots and almond. Nom nom nom. The bread tastes much as you had expected, of carrots and almonds. It is slightly sweet and light, leaving you hungry for more of the stuff. Shift spice. He dangles a tiny paper packet before you. Wet your fingertip and place it into the spice, and simply lick it from your finger. Each dip should taste slightly different. Okay, try some. You finish off the entire packet in a matter of 9 or 10 licks. As promised, each taste provides you with a different flavor. And a sea plum. He hands you a small plum of an odd blue-green color. Don't worry, they're pitless. Eat the whole of it. Yep. The plum's rind is slightly bitter and extremely sour. Enough to make one grimace and shudder, but the fruit's meat is remarkably sweet. Eaten together, they complement each other pretty well. Okay. That's it. Just like wasted like 40 kober or something. That was like a nice read, wasn't it? So okay, 3.5 hours is like midnight here. So yeah, I think this does it for today. On the to-do list is gonna be to figure out how to get more dexterity to catch that guy in the act later on. And yeah, just like do generally like quests and stuff. We need like we need to join the Dustman for one. We need to go to the Smoldering Corpse Bar to help Ingress. There's the limb merchant here. There's the Brain Rat Extermination quest. There's like Iron Nails, I think.
Iron Nulls, sorry. We need to talk to. There's the blue-haired harlot that we need to talk to as well. Although I think she's like outside the bar as well. Let's see. Oh no, I think it's like this one. No, it's not here. She's got like the one I'm talking about has a quest attached to her. Crier of Esanon. Oh shit! Damn it! Let me just like clear this out.
See that?
You know what? Why am I chasing him? I can kind of kill him with a spell. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna go rest after this, right? So basically, there. Oh, another one. God damn it! Haven't they learned anything? Well, I guess not. The Crier of Esanon is like a fast quest we can do. It's like kind of like interesting. Streams of tears have covered. Streams of tears have carved channels down this man's dust-covered face. He looks to be a monk or a holy man of some sort, but the dirt covering his body makes it nearly impossible to see the man beneath. He's chanting and rolling his head back and forth. It looks like some sort of ritual. Updated my journal. Greetings. The man stops his frenzied chanting and glares at you with his tear-rimmed eyes. He opens his parched mouth to speak, but all he can manage is a withered croak. What's wrong? Why are you crying? His voice is so hoarse that it sounds like he's been without water for days. As you watch, a tear trickles down his face. I am a crier of Esanon. Esanon? Who is that?
Updated my journal.
Who is Esanon? The man throws back his head and gives a rasping laugh. It sounds brutal and defeated. Esanon is not a man, but a city. Why do you cry for a city? We cry its name because Esanon must not be forgotten. All the criers of Esanon carry this burden. You mourn a city? Why would you do such a thing? Because its name is all that remains. Its avenues of light, its great spiraling parks. When it was laid waste and reduced to memory, only 60 of its people survived. It was our duty to see that its name was remembered across the plains. Many criers of Esanon have died for the sake of remembering. Many. If it places you and others at risk, why don't you stop? The tears I shed, the dust that cloaks me, this thing are as nothing compared to what awaits should I give up my sacred burden. We must see to it that its name is remembered. We are leaving memorials to his passage. If that is so, what happens when you all die? A fresh tear springs from the crier's eye. Even his dust-caked face cannot disguise his look of despair. I do not know. We criers of Esanon cannot mourn it forever. Even now, the dust clings to our robes. The spit dries in our mouths. Our bodies wither and die. Is there some way I could help? You are kind to ask. The crier shakes his head. Unless you can immortalize Esanon, there is no help to be had. Well, luckily we did we did examine something interesting a bit earlier that might help. Must it be immortalized by a man? Would a tombstone serve? The crier blinks. Tombstone? It's a stone that records a man's name, his life, and a eulogy. If it serves a man, could it not also serve a city that has died? Stones may do such things? Yes, and their lifetime is much longer than a man's. If its name was carved on stone, would Esanon's memory be served? The man pauses.
Would others see this name? Yes, it would be there for all to see long after you have died. The man nods. If such a thing were possible, he turns to you. Where would one find such a stone? I could go look for one. If I find one, I can see to it that the Sanon's name is carved upon it. You would do this? The man's eyes water up again. You would be setting all the criers of Esanon free, but a score of us remain. The burden of remembering would be over after so many years. Yep, I would do so. I will return when the name is
Updated
carved.
my journal.
That's like very easy to do because we can just go here to the monolith outside the mortuary and do just that.
Done.
It's kind of like a nice,
I'm gone.
kind of like a nice quest that kind of like makes you see things in a little like different way. Because if you took the time to speak to Death of Names, you will know by now that he can bury names if they're actually dead. So why can't we try that with like a city? Let's see. I'd like to bury a name.
Updated
Anon.
my journal.
The cobbles fall into Death of Name's hand and he tucks his arm back to his side. His eyes, now suddenly alive, roll to the back of his head, then snap forward and begin scanning the monolith and walls of the memorial area. So like, wait. Yep. He catches sight of a spot on the wall and he quickly scuttles over to it, hunches down, then begins to chip at the wall. He stops a few moments later, hops up and then returns to you. Buried. The word has a finality about it that makes you uncomfortable. Yep. As I go back to the guy and let him know.
All right.
That's kind of like a nice thing to do. Nope, not him. There we go. I have seen to it that Esanon's name has been remembered. It lies carved upon the black stone monument outside of the mortuary.
Updated my journal.
Suddenly, there is a brief whisper in the air, and the man's eyes dry. One of the tears that run on his cheeks simply vanishes. Then Esanon is served. I will tell my fellow criers of the stone you have described. You have my gratitude. Yep. It was nothing. Farewell. I hope you and your brother spend the rest of your days peacefully. Yep. You can actually ask him to give you the money back, but by doing it like this, I get like I get pushed like towards like the lawful side of the alignment spectrum, which kind of like I want to like go lawful good for now. But yeah, that's like a bit of extra XP, I guess. And we need quite a lot for the next level. That kind of sucks. Yeah, it's like the problem with the mage has, I think, the worst growth, kind of like level-wise in the game. But this also kind of means that we are now about to get to level 5 and get another stat point, so dexterity might, you know, be useful here. Also, for like a mage, my AC isn't that bad. Got like nearly as much as Mort does. So that's nice. So yeah, I think that's a wrap for today, I guess. So let's see who else is online to go say hi. And as for me, I'm gonna be online tomorrow to do the Year of Retro thing. Although I'm not actually sure what game I want to stream. I'm kind of like month 2. February was kind of a what's it called? Kind of like a management 4X strategy kind of thing. And we've already done XCOM Apocalypse, Master of Orion 2, and oh shit, what was like the other one? Got like the spreadsheet link here. It was Master of Orion, XCOM Apocalypse, and Dungeon Keeper. Yeah. So maybe I don't actually know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I was thinking like maybe Team Hospital, but I don't want to do 2 Bullfrog games in 1 month. So Yeah, I haven't actually decided yet. Yeah, we'll see. But it's gonna be some kind of like strategy or like 4x game. And then for March, we're actually going to start doing FPSs. I'm gonna start with Blood and then probably try some Outlaws. Hopefully, that's like the year of retro thing that I do on the weekends. But yeah, enough about me. Let's go raid. Let's go raid. Who do we want to go raid? We actually have anyone live at the moment? I would love to raid someone that's like retro, but I don't see anyone I'm following doing that at the moment, sadly. I mean, Poison's doing something called Blue Fire, but I have no idea what that is. Brosh is doing Pokemon Sword. The Hut is doing Final Fantasy 14, so yeah, that's not good either. Is there no one I can raid that's doing retro at the moment? I mean, like the last bastion of retro at the moment. I guess I am actually. Oh, that's not good. Someone's playing like Ironside as well and Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I don't. Wait, it's not showing Broshi online. Why? Oh, he just went offline. It's like good I didn't rate him. Fine. Okay. Let's like take this like a different way. It's like the tags here. Retro. Let's find someone that's doing retro. Let's suppose anyone else is doing like Planescape. Are they? No, I'm the only one. Wow. Well, that sucks. In fact, I can only see like 2 people doing this overall. You know what? Screw it. I can't find anyone that's kind of like on the whole like retro thing. So let's go say hi to Puffy. I mean, she's doing Neo. Oh well. Haven't raided Puffy in a while, so let's go say hi there then. Let's go wait. Puffy Rice Ball. Yes. And I will see you all, hopefully, but probably not. I will see some of you that tune in tomorrow for some retro stuff and do opinions and things. But yeah, up until then, have a very pleasant rest of the day. Thanks to Gold Gibbon and Free Noodles for the raids. Nice to have seen Manafei again and all of the other lovely folks that kind of like hang around. And yeah, see you around soon. Good night.